Hello everyone and welcome back to SherbertLand.
Welcome back.
Week 7?
Yes.
Lucky week.
7.
Lucky, there you go. Unless you're living in some Asian cultures, in which case it's actually super unlucky. Not as unlucky as 4, because 4 means death. And the reason it means death is because people who were condemned to go to jail would get one of their fingers cut off. And so therefore, if you met someone with 4 fingers, you would actually have bad luck because they are someone who is cursed or something. Which means when a lot of American cartoons got brought over to Japan, such as the Ninja Turtles, who have 4 fingers, because that's how Americans like to draw them, they would actually get 1 finger removed, so they would only have 3 fingers.
Oh.
So in Japan, the Ninja Turtles only have 3 fingers. And now you all know. That's a little bit of a fun fact.
It's fun because our 4th episode was probably my favorite so far.
Which was the 4th one?
The question and answers one.
Oh, yes. We'll do more of those in the future for
yeah,
sure. There's no way we won't. But speaking of stuff we'll also do in the future, we might do some more contests in the future. And to start off, we're announcing the winner live. So I'm going to hit of course, the person who's going to get this is before this video goes up, we will be emailing them. So they will know ahead of time.
Yeah.
But we're going to hit the draw winner button to see who the winner is. We're drawing 1 winner. Now, we did have to say no to a couple people because we did say on our thing that it is North America only. We had some people from Puerto Rico, which I don't think works for the codes.
Israel.
1 person from Israel. And
multiple?
No, because that was 4 entries for 1 person.
Right.
And some people from the United Kingdom, which, we could give you the code, but you have nothing to do with it. So we're going to give it to people who can actually use the code. So thank you for entering, but yeah, in the future we'll try and get stuff that's a little more widely available, but it's not up to us, really.
No,
this was,
not at all.
Okay, so
3.
the winner is
2. 1.
Joshua Hudson from New York. Thank you. You're going to be getting an email before this goes up. So have fun. Thanks. So you'll get that. So entry number 41. Cool beans. Well, now that that's drawn, we can go into our weeks.
Oh my god, we have so much to talk about today.
Do we?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay, well then let me do my week first.
Okay.
So I can, because I don't have as much to say. So what did I do this week? Well, I did go see Black Panther, which we will get to our feelings on quite a bit in a little bit. So, I did finally beat Beautiful Joe. That is the hardest video game I've ever played.
Are you exaggerating, or are you...
No! Huh. No, I'm not. Because, okay, you know how I'm telling you play Bayonetta on normal?
Yeah.
So, again, same director, Hideki Kamiya, who also retweeted me. Thanks, Hideki. So I thought, because when you open the game, you're presented with 2 modes. Kids and adults.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm an adult. Look, I get it. I want to play the one that's the normal difficulty. I didn't know that kids was the normal difficulty. And they recommend you play that one first. So I hopped in, and I've never played a game where... Imagine being chased by a bear, and, you can only run 1 step at a time faster than the bear. As in, you and the bear run at the exact same speed, but you are 1 step ahead of him.
Oh my god.
You make 1 mistake, and you are done.
Holy shit.
By the end of the game, I used 30 continues.
Wow.
Yes, so continues. That's when I run out of lives.
Oh.
That game doesn't have the worst system for checkpoints. You basically have to do pretty much, you get a checkpoint halfway through the level and then right before the boss, which is good. Because, oh my god, those bosses are some of the hardest bosses ever. I've never played a game where the bosses getting a single hit in they're all puzzles, number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, once you get a hit, then it's determining which hit is best for them. And then, some of these... Oh, my God. So, I beat it. Of course, it's for my Let's Play, so people will get to see me screaming in agony. Well, they won't hear me screaming in agony, because a lot of it's going to be fast-forwarded. Because, one of the bosses, Fire Leo, who is notoriously...
Was it that one you posted on Twitter?
Yes, and the one that Kamiya retweeted when I called him a masochist, and he retweeted it to everyone. And people were like, I think you mean sadist? I'm like, no, masochist. He made that for himself. He didn't make it to hurt other people. He made it to hurt himself. So he agrees with me, thankfully. That boss took me 3 hours to do.
Holy shit.
Multiple tries and lots... I, for about 45 minutes, didn't know how to hit him.
Wow.
Because he's always on fire.
Yeah.
Fire and electricity are the two things that, no matter what you do, cannot be avoided. Normally you have slow, which lets you avoid any hit. Stuff that's on fire. And he's setting everything on fire. So, and then when you find out what to do, the mechanic that you use to do it doesn't work as you'd think. So, it was... You know what? I feel very happy that I beat it, and I did feel a big sense of accomplishment. Mind you, when I got the end grade, because then it shows all your letter grades, and it was B, 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 B. And you know what? B isn't the worst rank.
No, it's not.
It's C in the game, but here's the thing. It goes, C is crappy.
Oh, yeah.
B is bad. A is awesome. Bit of a bell curve there. And then V is beautiful, right? So... Yeah. I have no idea how to do really well in that game on your first playthrough.
Do you think you'd be able to get Vs? An all V playthrough?
Maybe on my second playthrough with New Game Plus, because there's New Game Plus.
Yeah.
On kids with Joe. Because here's the thing. Joe is the character you start off with, and he is the one who is the best character. Every subsequent character you unlock is worse. His girlfriend hits less. His rival, Alistair, who is actually the spirit of Dante's sword from Devil May Cry. They're in the same universe. Yeah. It's kind of cool. He has... So basically, whenever an enemy's going to attack, there's a little flash that shows you that they're going to hit here. His flashes are super small. You can barely tell they're there.
Okay.
The last character, the final boss, who is unlockable, which is really cool, does not have... flashes for enemies, meaning enemies that basically spin in a circle and then will either have the mark appear high or low. That's the only way you can tell by where the mark is. You have to just guess really well on their attacks. So, yeah, no, that's not happening. I don't think I'm playing the sequel or that game again for a long time. I felt huge accomplishment, but man, Bayonetta has a much better difficulty curve. Oh, okay. That game on normal... you start off with the same feeling of a bit of, this is a bit overwhelming, but 3 or 4 chapters into Bayonetta, you're like, I get this game, I feel like a god. Okay. This game, it's by the end, I was like, I guess that works okay.
We both got our copies today, too.
Yes, and they're loading right now. Well, yours is right there, mine's upstairs still loading, so...
Yeah.
It's going to be good. I mean, I've played Bayonetta 1 and 2 already, and they are some of my favorite games of all time, Bayonetta 1 particularly being probably top 3, probably top 2. Probably top 1 game of all time.
Really? I thought Shovel Knight was.
No, okay. Well, okay. It depends on my mood. Really? Yeah, just string. Just leave that. He just ripped a string out of my blanket, so it's okay. He's in a blanket, not both of us together. That'd be weird.
Because I'm not used to this chill.
Yeah, no, I like a cold basement.
Oh,
so,
God. You're weird.
No, but my mood changes depending on whether I like Shovel Knight or Bayonetta more. It's one or the other. But that's why I say possible number 1 because it's definitely top 2. It juggles between them because I've never played a game with such perfect what's the word? I love it. Progression, as in where you start off in the game. Every level is a step up, a step better, a step bigger, step
I like that.
I've never played a game that has made actually there was one other game.
So this feels like God of War almost.
Oh my God.
God of War 3 in particular.
Oh, you don't even know. Because this was made. So basically, Devil May Cry came out. That inspired God of War.
Okay.
Now God of War 3 came out. That inspired Bayonetta, which was the Devil May Cry's original team. So they sort of worked back and forth with each other, which is pretty cool. But actually, yeah, I watched when I beat God of War, I watched the God of War documentary that you unlock, and they specifically say, yeah, we wanted to make a Devil May Cry game. And I'm like, you guys, yeah, it works for me. No, yeah, the only other game that has given me that same sense was my 2017 Game of the Year. Spark the Electric Jester, which is the Bayonetta of Sonic games. Which, when I tell people that, they're like, what does that mean? And I'm like, play it for yourself, and you will know. But that game's awesome, and you will enjoy that. I can't wait to wake up to texts of you saying, like, bro, I did something so cool. Because that game is just built on that. Bayonetta 2, better gameplay, but I do feel like the story and overall progression, it doesn't hit the same highs, but it's still a really good game. I just prefer the first, for sure.
Okay, yeah. Anything else?
Let's see here. I've been doing some more teaching, so not much to say about that other than I'm not doing kindergarten anymore, thank God. I'm back in junior high. Kids are awesome.
Learn your lesson.
I'm putting up a lot of stories on Twitter that I'm sure people don't even believe. Like, about how, like honestly, it's
They're
funny.
They're wholesome, though.
They're wholesome. And but here's the thing. I am a person who attracts things. Things happen to me. Everything I write about on Twitter actually happens to me. And I don't think people understand that. So when I talk about, dabbing students and teaching kindergartners to dab, or, like, memes in real life and stuff like that, I feel like people they think I might just be making up jokes for Twitter. But I'm not. These are real things that happen. So, like, I love junior high because you get those interactions you'd never think. So, there was a girl in the computer class making a Danganronpa fan game. And I'm like, yo, here, get these sprites from here. And they're like, you know what this is? I'm like, heck yeah, I do. And then she's making up, like, fan characters. She put the head of one of the characters on Apollo Justice's head. And I'm like, hey, is that Apollyon Tagami? Mixing up all the names.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god, you're so cool.
Freak out.
Oh yeah, the best one was, these kids were, like, because they have a class on Photoshop, right? So these kids are in here just trying out Photoshop stuff. So they took pictures of themselves doing the I had to do it to them stance, and then putting themselves in the background and then shrinking them down like Drake. And so, like, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So like, I walked up to this student and he was making one, and he's like, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just doing a school project. I'm like, I understand. I know you had to do it to him. And then both of them freaked out. They're like, how does he know? So it's great. Like,
it's weird seeing, like, you as a teacher now, and, like, how experiences you have, and when I was a kid being taught by teachers. I mean, they didn't seem human when I was back in school.
That's right? One thing I really want to bridge the gap on.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, when I was at the kindergarten, because it's an elementary, so obviously I'm eating lunch with all the teachers, I had to explain to them who Logan Paul was.
Really?
They didn't know. None of them knew, and they're like, how come all the kids are talking about this guy today? And that was right when the Suicide Forest thing happened. So I explained to...
Kindergartners were talking about that?
No, grade 3, though.
Oh, that's still
right?
bad.
That's still really young. So there was one lady there, and she's like, my grandkid loves this guy. And I'm like, I'm just telling you the truth. And she actually went and then Googled him, and he's like, you're 100% right with the info. I thought you were exaggerating. And I'm like, I know this stuff. So yeah, no, I definitely, I'm definitely someone who is, younger and hipper, for the nerds at least. Because then I had kids asking me, who's your favorite Oiler, local hockey team. And I'm like, McGregor? And they're like, and then they're like, you mean McDavid? And I'm like, that's the guy. So, like, yeah, no, that's not, I don't know anything about that. But for at least the nerdy kids, like, I want to be that. I want to be that rock for them, at least until they start talking about Fortnite. Then I tune out because I do not care about Fortnite. So,
fair.
No, other than that, that's about it. I've been rocking through just a few other games. I'm very excited to keep playing some more Bayonetta because, ooh, that's a good game. That's it for me.
All right.
Over to you.
So, in terms of other than video games, we had the conclusion of what I'm about to talk about, but I'm looking to upgrade a new phone.
Yes.
And over the past week, because my phone, the battery's terrible and all that. The phone speaker's pretty bad. Whenever I get a call from my work, they can barely hear me, and I have to press my phone up to my face like this.
Oh, fun.
And I'm like, I need a new phone. I was like, oh yeah. There's either the Pixel 2 XL, the Note 8, or the Pixel XL. So I ordered the Pixel XL because it was $0 down.
Yeah.
And
that $0 is nice to see when you see it, but there's always a bit of fine print.
But, well, it was going to ship, but then I'm like, oh, the Pixel 2 XL, I can get that for $0 down too. But the guy who was going to ship it, he's like, he doesn't like people canceling shipments like that.
Ooh, yeah.
So
there's
like,
some people who hate that.
So I went there and I'm like, is it canceled? Yeah, it didn't even ship yet. So I'm like, thank God. And then I asked about the Pixel 2. It's like, oh, we don't have it, but downtown does, or not like self.
Yeah. In town, really.
Really,
because we're not in town. We're.
I'm like, oh, cool, yeah, let's go. And I like got to Tanner's house. I'm like, we gotta go, because today was the last day of like it being zero down.
Yeah.
And it would go back up to 450, and I was like, I'm not doing that.
So you're probably gonna have to now get because then we found out that there's many strings attached to getting this. So are you just gonna go back and get the regular Pixel then?
No, I'm going to stick with this one.
Okay.
The thing with the regular Pixel, it's like it's a great phone. I hear.
Yeah.
But the bottom speakers, I hate those bottom speakers now. I've been spoiled by my phone right now with the front facing.
Okay, yeah.
Like I cannot go back.
That's just the phone. It's okay. Someone will pick it up.
But anyway, I'm sticking with my phone until hopefully the Pixel 3 gets announced.
Okay.
Then I'll upgrade then.
So to either the Pixel 2 for cheap or the Pixel 3 to put out money, yes. So
you're like trying to get me.
Well, because I mean, whenever it's like a new product's being announced, it's like, okay, well, wait, you could get the new product, or you could get the slightly older product for a lot less now.
Okay,
so
but what if they bring back the headphone jack in the 3?
I really doubt they will.
Fair.
Apple will never.
Never. I'm talking about Google.
No, but I'm talking about Apple won't, so Google won't.
Fair. I remember last year they boasted about, oh, we still have the headphone jack in the Pixel.
I thought that was Android who was boasting, not
No, that was
Pixel.
Google.
Oh,
that's
that's pretty bad then.
When Pixel 2 came out, they did not say a word.
Yeah, that's
But anyway, that's it for real
phone
life stuff.
shenanigans.
Yeah. Nothing else really. Nothing that comes to mind immediately.
Games.
So I finished Oxenfree, and then I finished it again between last week and now.
Nice.
And it is really, really good.
Nice. Maybe I'll pick it up when it's on sale, because that's definitely
on sale for like $5 on the Switch.
Wow.
Shop. That's how I got it. I was like, oh, it's $5.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, I'll wait for it to go on sale again, probably.
Yeah.
Or wait for a Humble Switch bundle, which I'm pretty sure will happen eventually. Remember when there was a Humble Wii U bundle?
Yeah.
That was dope.
Or the PS3 and 4.
Well, that was the Capcom one.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I got.
Yeah. No, but they did the one for the Wii U and 3DS, and that was, like, super dope. Yeah. Want them to do that again. But go on.
With Oxenfree, bit of spoilers. Or maybe... I really want to talk about the end of the game, because it, like, really affected my viewpoint of the
okay,
game.
so we'll just say mild Oxenfree spoilers here.
But you, too. You want to play it, right?
I'm okay with mild spoilers. Just don't outright say...
It's like a huge twist.
Don't say character names. Just say someone. Just say someone does this.
You're going to know immediately.
No, it's okay. I don't care. I'm not
sure?
I'm not one for crazy spoiler stuff. Don't worry.
Okay.
Unless it's a movie, then screw you. For video games, it's different for me.
Because the movie
you have 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there for the 2 hours. Yeah, no, games are different.
Yeah.
Games I feel are definitely more about the journey.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I played games that I've known end spoilers on and still loved every second of it, so go ahead.
Yeah, so spoilers start here for Oxenfree. Play it. But anyway, so you're Alex, the blue-haired girl.
Okay. Let's go in. Just
at the end, you discover that the ghosts are actually the crew member from a sunken USS Canola.
Okay.
That got bombed accidentally.
Yeah.
By a lady on the island.
Okay.
And they're really pissed off that they got their lives ripped away from them.
Yeah.
So they try to take over the bodies of the teenagers on the island.
Okay.
Possess them.
Yeah.
Permanently. And Alex is like, I can either sacrifice myself to keep my friends safe, or just convince them to stop.
Okay. Yeah.
So on my first playthrough, there's a lot of different endings. That's the thing with Oxenfree. There's 7 endings.
That's cool.
But they're little small things, not something that turns the entire plot around.
Yeah.
Character stuff. First playthrough, I got everyone off the island. Yeah, everyone off the island that was there.
Yep.
And at the end of the game, she's talking about oh yeah, this is what happened to the people after that incident.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden, throughout the game, it's there's these time loop things that she gets looped into a time loop in a little bit.
Okay.
And you have to play them over and over until like you figure out how to get out of them. But at the end of the game, she's talking, and all of a sudden, like, in the game, there's a lot of like that sparkly VCR.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know exactly.
That happens right when she's talking. I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to go to the island. Wonder it's going to be fun. And then you realize the whole game's been a loop. She's stuck in this loop forever.
Oh, Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm like, when I realized that, I'm like, holy shit. I was like, I want to play this game again so I can get a better ending.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did that, and I got Alex had a dead brother.
Yeah.
But you can bring him back to life.
Okay.
And I did that, and I also after the credits, you have this after credits scene you can play to convince them if they go to the island or just miss it.
Yeah.
And I made them miss it at the end. So I consider my game completely
got
done.
the golden ending pretty much.
You can keep replaying it for different endings. And
Have you played Undertale yet?
No, I haven't.
I would really recommend, if you like that, you'll love that game. And I know that there is a bit of talk of overhype, a bit of talk of terrible fan bases, but that game is legit.
Yeah, I keep forgetting
similar.
about it.
It's similar.
I need to play it.
I think they're trying to get it on the Switch, which would be really nice.
That would be nice.
So if it's on the Switch, I would definitely look for that.
Yeah, but that's oxen free.
Nice.
A really good game.
Nice.
Even if the spoilers, you should play it.
Oh yeah, no, that's that. What you just said actually made me a little more intrigued, honestly. Because I knew nothing about it. I don't even know what the game looks like. So
I really like the art style.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I won't try to get you to play it anymore because you're going to probably play it. It's all about the characters.
Yeah. No, I like character-driven narrative games. That are not made by Telltale. Go ahead.
This game was actually made by ex-Telltale devs.
Oh, nice. So so when Telltale was good.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Like that. That's not even a joke.
God, I remember when those games were really solid.
They were really solid before, and now they're
they're just shitting them out every week.
Minecraft episode 18. This time he plays the pig. His name's Ruben, and he's also voiced by Patton Oswalt. And he makes a "Hey, Minecon" joke, so it's good.
I also been playing Monster Hunter.
Oh yeah. So have you played? So I sorry, I'm dying. I got you to high rank.
Yeah.
Have you played any of high rank yet?
I played the first mission after we have to go hunt the Puki Puki.
Puki Puki.
And then the handler's like, "There's these tracks around." It's like, oh, it's a Rathian. What kind of Rathian?
Do you know what type of Rathian?
Don't spoil me.
I'm not gonna. I'm just asking.
I don't know.
Okay.
So then I just started doing other stuff. I'm trying to upgrade armor.
Yeah. So during this time, do not, because what you can do is you can load into maps, go find the tracks, unload the map, go load the map, get the tracks, and you can fast forward. You can basically speed run your way to get to this monster. Don't do that. This monster is pretty tough. So what you do is, this is the time where you basically go back, fight the harder versions of monsters you've already fought, because they're all pretty much unlocked right now for high rank versions, aside from some of the big bad ones.
Yeah.
Go and get a high rank armor set. So farm Zora Magdaros, farm any of the monsters that you liked in low rank, farm them for their high rank armor because it's new armor and they have better skills and everything. So yeah, focus on getting that right now.
Yeah. I was playing last night and I was hunting a Diablos.
Yes.
Just an expedition.
Low rank or high rank?
High rank.
Oh, high rank Diablos is fun.
I did get him on the ropes. It was a very thin heart rate.
Yeah.
But he disappeared. He left.
That's one of the things about expeditions.
I'm like, oh, I wasted all that time.
No, the good thing is, because you beat him, though, you should have unlocked an investigation for him.
I didn't beat him.
No, but even if you don't beat him, but just by breaking stuff and fighting him, you unlock investigations.
Oh, okay.
Which then you want to use, because then that's how you get, a quest where it's it might say you only have 30 minutes to beat it instead of 50, but you have 3 guaranteed gold drops from it, so.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that's how you kind of do that.
But during that Diablos hunt.
Oh, I was just wondering.
Guess who showed up? That fucking goose.
The B-52
That thing is
bomber.
terrifying.
I love when his theme kicks in, and it's it sounds like the old army cannon fire music, and you just see him dropping bombs from the sky,
just beating the shit out of the Diablos with his bombs and a giant neck, and it's oh my god, I ran away.
So he's actually, I fought one now. I unlocked the quest to fight him. I haven't fought him in a quest, but I just found him in an expedition, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and see what I can do. And he's actually a really fun fight.
Okay.
So, just for context, Bagel Goose, that's his name. It's supposed to be Beagle Goose or whatever,
Yeah.
but he is the Devil Joe of this game. Meaning, he can appear on any map, in any mission, and will probably find you and seek you out.
Oh my god.
So he is, and there's gonna be, so Devil Joe was the pickle, this guy's the popcorn. So there's gonna be a pickle-flavored popcorn quest when the pickle comes out, I'm sure. But I love Bagel Goose. He's the best.
Yeah, it's tough to fight him. Other than that, fuck 8 quests.
They're not that bad.
Okay, maybe not like...
Okay. I will say, I do have a little bit of... I've played them a lot, but here's the thing. So I'm going to give you a bit of it used to be worse. So in older games, it used to be, as soon as you picked up the egg, exits will be blocked off. And you will have to take the longest route back to camp. Also, it used to be pretty much a monster doing anything will make you drop it. Roars, walking by you, or even sometimes your character will just trip and fall. Oh, and if you didn't pick up the Pro-Lander food skill, if you fell off a cliff higher than your knees, you would break the egg.
Oh my god.
So it used to be worse.
Jeez.
This is, if you just get...
This is super easy then.
What?
This in my world,
Oh my
it's
god.
super easy because I was falling down
literally, all you do
cliffs.
is you get the Kulu arms, because that gives you Pro Transporter, which makes you run faster with items, lose less stamina, which is very nice. You throw on the Ghillie Mantle, you're safe.
for a little bit.
Why? You should...
For the Rathian, for the Wyvern egg quest.
Oh yeah, no,
I went all the way back to the first camp.
Why would you do that? You can go to any camp.
Yeah, you can't go to the Ancient Forest one because it's blocked off by the tree.
Yeah, but there's other camps nearby that are close.
Well, I tried to go to the other one, north side, but it was blocked off by the...
Oh,
you have
really?
to crawl through.
No.
Well, I got there, and I'm like, fuck, I can't go through this.
No, well,
and then the Rathian was right there.
No, but then, you just then go down and around, and you can go up to the Ancient Forest one from the other side.
Well, I didn't want to screw with that. I was too busy trying to,
That quest took me 2 minutes! You just
I
go
ran
there
all the way back to the
wow.
first one.
Oh, wow, yeah,
And
no,
on my
that
second
would suck.
On my second one, oh my god, I almost got it. And then you see on the map the fucking Rathian making its way over to you, lands right behind me, like, shit. and it kind of walked around and then flew off. I'm like, thank god.
Yeah, no, those quests...
They're exhilarating.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
they're something else. Although I will say, do you want to know an easy way to do it?
Huh.
Find someone playing it in multiplayer, join their game halfway through, and I literally, for one of them, I spawned in, and then they won. And it said quest complete. And
That's what someone else did when I was on. I was doing that.
My character was just there, just drinking, because I didn't eat beforehand, and I'm there eating, and it said quest complete. And I'm like, okay.
If someone did that with one of the meat quests. The one in the Rotten Vale is really easy. Just go down and over.
Yeah, that one's not too bad.
Yeah.
Unless a dog Garon is coming after you.
Yeah, there wasn't one.
Yeah, well.
Thank God.
Dog like meat, so...
Last thing with Monster Hunter, I got to the 3rd private quarters. Or the living...
Yes. That's the last one.
That's the last one? That's the big one? It's really nice.
Yeah.
With the harp and all that.
Yeah, the Palico's playing the harp, and you could put up, how many animals? 15 of them?
I have, I don't know. There was a pond outside, and then...
Yeah.
Just a really big room.
So, in the Coral Highlands, there's those huge bug things flying in the sky.
The omen flies?
No.
Oh, those almost
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get one?
No.
I did.
Oh my god. It's huge though.
Because literally It only fits in one spot. And so I got it during the second room, and I couldn't even place it in the second room because it's too big. So where it goes, it's you go outside in the outside area, like, and you look way up in the sky, and it's flying around because it's huge. And so yeah, like that's dope.
Yeah.
Also, if you sit on the benches in there, you feed the animals.
Oh shit!
You throw out little food,
my God.
and it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I just hit high rank, and it feels like I've only scratched the surface.
High rank is where the game pretty much truly begins. Actually, and then they say once you beat the final boss, that's where the game truly begins.
And it's like they're adding content after. It's like,
oh yeah,
are they adding a lot of content or just like here and there?
So there's definitely going to be one big update, and that's going to be the G rank update. Now, whether it's going to be DLC or a second disc that you can like transfer over your previous data,
like they'd release another game,
like no, as in like you know how like Street Fighter to Super Street Fighter.
Oh yeah,
they've done that where you transfer you basically buy the game again. It's cheaper usually, but then new players can like play it and play everything for cheaper.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be like, you know, a $40 game that will be like, you know, oh, then you get to keep your stuff from before, but there's a whole bunch of new stuff. Mm-hmm. So you'll be able to keep your save data and then just like continue on into the last bit of the story and then the last bit of the, you know, like, because it's low rank and high rank. And then in the updated versions of games, there's G rank, which is like the hardest difficulty.
Okay.
So that's going to come, but we don't know whether it's going to be DLC, free update, or disc update. So it's, considering how Street Fighter did it with Arcade Edition, it's probably just going to be a DLC update.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, I think that's it for Monster Hunter.
I guess I should just quickly say where I'm at. I didn't say yet. Yeah. I am nearing the end of high rank for the story. I am fighting Elder Dragons, the big bad ones.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these guys take forever to kill.
Are they fun though?
So they're fun when you know what, like, on the first time you're fighting them, it's a little frustrating because they'll do stuff that you're like, oh, I wonder what that is. Area around it, insta-kill attack, and you're like, that's not fun. One of them has a status ailment that when you're hit by it, your health is halved. Like, your max health is halved. And you can get rid of it with a Nullberry, and around his arena there are Nullberry bushes. So that's nice. But it's like, get hit by that, and you're like, oh, that sucks. Yeah, no, these are like big bosses. And of course you can't use traps at all because they're immune to traps. I did a couple times though and it's because it was me and two friends. You can watch the stream. The one stream highlight went up today, which is cool. It was the three of us, right? And then we actually called in randos to join us because we had the three, so we fired up an SOS signal and got people to join us. And I was like, there's a couple times like monster goes to sleep, we're all placing mega bombs on its face. And even the rando comes in both times putting mega bombs on its head.
Nice.
He knows what we're doing. Then one of us is like, who has the biggest attack here? And it's like, and I'm like, I got a wyvern fire with my heavy bow gun. That's the one where it's like, you see the tip go,
yeah,
and then, and so like literally, we had surrounding his face, and we did that, and I see my damage do 300, and then each of our bombs, which is about 8 of them there, doing 250
Oh my god.
And I'm like, oh! Now, here's the thing, though, with Elder Dragons. This includes Kieran, too. Once they...
Fuck Kieran.
Yeah, I know. It's...
That's all I'm going to say.
Actually, the event quest where you hunt 2 of them in low rank is a lot easier because they have half HP both, which is nice. But in their final arenas, so where they run to as like their lair for the last phase of them, they all get unique stuff. So they'll start doing stuff that is unique to the arena, using the environment to their advantage, causing things to happen that you're like, that's unfair. So, try to get them away from their arenas if you can. If you see it limping away, it's like, stop him! Because they do bullcrap in their arenas. One of which I was like, what? Let's just say, healing bosses suck.
Oh god.
So that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, no, Monster Hunter's fun playing that.
I only recently discovered that you can like run up the mushroom walls.
Mushrooms?
But you know the mushroom that's like jigging out? In Coral Highlands?
Oh, yeah.
You can run up them and
There's actually
launch off.
a lot of walls you can, if you run into them, you will just do a small run up them, and then you can do jumping
That's
attacks.
really helpful for hammers.
Oh, it's really helpful for anything time you want to mount, yeah.
Alright, all done for games, I think?
That's
all I've been playing. Well, I'm about to play Bayonetta tomorrow, so...
Oh, good game. That's every time I just think, and there's Bayonetta 3! Sorry, just it slips my mind.
Going to quickly go over something, finish up what I've been watching.
Okay.
Finished Black Mirror. I watched the second last episode of season 4.
Yep.
I'm like, this wasn't a very good episode. I want to watch the one I've been like waiting for to watch, which was Black Museum, and it's one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Nice.
I don't want to say anything because it's not really like twists and turns. It's like 3 stories in the one episode.
Oh, yeah. Little tableaus.
Yeah, there's like references to like the whole series.
Yeah, I would assume with the name Black Museum that I'm like, this sounds like it probably takes a little bit from a bunch of them.
But it's like it almost wraps like the series almost.
I don't think it will. It's too popular to end the series.
No, it's not going to end. But like, pretty much, the antagonists aren't the technology. It's the people who come up with the technology.
What if phones, but too much?
And in the episode,
I love the other one where it's like Black Mirror seems like it's written by a British guy who drunkenly says, "Oi, what if me mum's a battery?" It's like, oh, it's good. Oh, sorry. I love observing Black Mirror from the outside.
At the end of the episode, it's like they finally overcome the evil person.
Okay.
Who's like come up with all this evil technology.
Bill Gates.
But yeah, I can't wait till season 5.
Nice.
In like a year and a half.
Has that been confirmed?
No. I don't think so.
I'm sure it is
it's
being made,
be.
though. Yeah, it's popular.
And the last thing, I don't have much. Actually, I have a lot to say. It relates to our main topic.
Okay.
I watched the first episode of Iron Fist, and it is mediocre.
Because I actually watched the first episode of Iron Fist because my mom was like, I want to watch something on Netflix, and I'm like, just click through, and she's like, what's Iron Fist? And I'm like, it's Marvel, and she said, I like Marvel, so she watched it, and she actually enjoyed it, but it's definitely a step down from some of the stuff.
I'm not looking forward to that villain.
Yeah,
seems really like
he's really
cliche.
one note. Yeah, one note cliche.
But I'll watch the rest of it because I want to get to Punisher.
Oh yeah,
because like apparently that show is amazing.
Yeah, no, I've heard Punisher.
And Punisher is one of my favorite Marvel characters. Yeah,
I don't really.
When I saw him in the '90s Spider-Man TV, I'm like, this guy's fucking cool.
Wow, you are the exact same as Matthew McMuscles.
Who?
From the Best Friends. Two Best Friends play. He's like the skull. He wears the Punisher shirt always. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like his exact origin story for why he loves Punisher. That's hilarious.
I think that's it for our weeks.
Perfect.
But it's just a warning. This is going to be a long episode.
Probably. Yeah.
But if you like listening to us, more of us to listen to, I guess.
For sure. All right. Well, let's start heading into the news. And let's start with...
We got 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, it's not the most news we've had.
No.
It's actually a little bit of a...
I thought we were going to have more.
Yeah,
honestly.
but that's okay.
No.
So first off, Mega Man Legacy Collection. So 1 and 2 is coming to the Switch on May 22nd.
When these games came out on the PS4, I'm like, I want these on the Switch so badly. And I'm like going to wait until they get there, and they're finally coming. Now,
there is a bit of an upside-downside thing here.
Well, okay.
Downside is that number 1
is on the cartridge,
and it gives you a download code for 2. Because they're still separate games.
But like, why couldn't they put them all into one cart then?
I think it's just because they already basically... I think what it just is, it's not a file size issue. I think it's the fact that because if they were to basically merge the games into one, that would require them to retest the games as one package. Oh. For example, if you kill a boss in one game, does it accidentally raise a flag of the boss in another game?
Fair.
So by
whack-a-mole.
Yeah, so basically by having them be separate still, they don't have to retest anything because they're the same games that were released on PS4, right? The 2 separate ones. Yeah. So I understand why they do that.
It makes me want to buy the digital versions of both.
Yeah.
Because I don't like having...
No, fair enough, yeah.
With Bayonetta, it's different because they're big games, right?
Yeah. But there's a consolation with the physical edition. It does come with a cleaning cloth.
It does?
Yeah, it comes with a really nice anniversary art. You know, the one where they're like all around the birthday cake and there's like Sigma there and he's like with the cake. It's like, that's really cute. I do like that. So I'm probably going to get the physical because I do like that cleaning cloth. It looks good. And of course, like, yeah, like this is 10 games, Mega Man 1 through 10.
Yeah.
With 1 through 6 on the first game and then 7, 8, 9, 10 on the second one.
I plan to play all of them. And I plan to talk about them.
I'm going to say...
I know. No, I'm not skipping anyone.
Okay,
I'm going to try it.
Okay. Actually, you know what? They are adding one thing to the first game.
The rewind.
The rewind feature from the second game. That's going to be needed. Number 1 is quite unforgiving. 2 is where it really hits its stride. So, actually, yeah, Sorry. That's a good way to get into it. And it has amiibo support still.
Yeah.
So tap the amiibo, get the bonus challenges, which is nice.
It's coming out May 22nd, if we didn't say that earlier.
Yep, and it's going to be... Actually, it's like... Because it's $40 altogether, but if you buy the digital versions, it's $15 and $20. $15 for the first pack, $20 for the second.
So then I'll get a digital.
It's technically cheaper to get a digital, but I know a lot of people want a physical edition.
It's not even going to be that big of a game.
No, they're small.
Yeah.
Now, there is unlockables and stuff, too. You get concept art and all that stuff, and music player, which is nice with some remixes.
What do you think about the box art?
I like it, actually. So,
I hate that bar at the top.
No, I don't like the bar at the top. I don't like the bar at the top, and I don't like the thing at the bottom that says stuff. But I feel like the art itself with the slash through the middle, I think the art itself is nice. So I kind of view it as that. It'd be nice if it was like reversible for like the full art or something. But they have to put that on, which sucks. But, right. And then going off of that, we get some, a little bit of information about the X Legacy collections.
See, I have more history with the X series since,
Wait, really?
When I was a kid, I played one of them, but I couldn't for too long because I had seizures.
Oh,
it was I remember it being on a train.
Do you remember anything about the game? Because I will tell you which one it is.
No, I just remember being on a train.
So wait, then portably?
No.
On a train?
No, I wasn't on the train. In the game.
Oh, in the game you're on the train?
On a train.
Okay, that was probably X5. That's Slash Grizzly stage.
Okay.
Or Grizzly Slash. Okay.
I don't know why that stands out so much in my mind.
Yeah, so fun facts about Mega Man X5. That game had the voice of Claire Redfield from Resident Evil.
Okay.
So the sister of Chris Redfield. Her voice actress, who was... Lunette the Clown from The Big Comfy Couch. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
So that's her, Allison Court. When she was actually the localization director on the game.
Really?
Yes.
That's
weird.
And
she decided in memory of, well, not memory of, but for her husband, every enemy in that game got renamed to a Guns N' Roses reference. So Grizzly Slash is named after Slash.
Oh.
There's this guy who's Axel the Red, named after singer Axel. So that's a fun fact about X5.
Okay.
But, okay, going back to the news, it's looking to also be in 2 packs.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be the same thing.
People don't like this. I've heard complaints.
So, but here's the thing.
Capcom's are greedy.
No, it's gonna be released the exact same way, pretty much. It's gonna be $15 for the first bundle, $20 for the second, probably. But the reason why is X8, the last game, is a full PS2 game. Actually, X7 is also, but it's a terrible game, so whatever. But X8, which is an awesome game, is a full PS2 game featuring lots of unlockables, it is a full game with lots to it. So definitely it's going to be.
So it's going to be like those bundles where they have the first 2 games in the series and then on one disc and then the big one on the...
Well, what I think it's going to probably be, it's going to be probably 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 for the first one.
How many X games are there?
8.
8? Okay.
There's 8. And now, I don't know if they're going to put in the RPG. It wasn't listed on it, but if it includes the RPG, then it would be 9. It is a canon game, but yeah, probably not. But it is 8 games, and it's pretty much... SNES, SNES, SNES for 1, 2, 3. 3 was also on PS1, but it's primarily SNES. Then there was 3 on PS1, and then the last 2 are on PS2.
Okay.
So the PS2 games are quite, they are full 3D, full voice acting, lots of cutscenes. They are full games.
Okay.
So that's why they might do 7 and 8 together, but again, 7's a really bad game. So... It'd be you're pretty much, but if they just do the PS2 games together, you're pretty much buying X8 alone, because X8 is really good, but like basically like 6 and 7 are bad games. Like they are bad games.
Okay.
But like the rest of them are really good. So, you know, unlike Mega Man Legacy Collection, like the original, where like the only one that's a little iffy is 1, and that's because it's old. Like it's old.
Yeah.
X Legacy Collection, 6. Well, some people like 6, but 6 has some dumb shenanigans in it where things can be lost forever, which isn't fun. But 7 is bad. So like, it's a little bit different. But overall, I'd say the X games are better.
I'm looking more forward to the X Legacy Collection.
X1 is amazing. It's a wonderful game. Like 2, 3, like the best ones are like, because the game, it was actually meant to end at 5. 5 was meant to be the conclusion, and then they were like, oh, by the way, you have about 5 months to make X6. That's why X6 didn't come out as well.
Okay.
So yeah, no, but that's so that was ESRB classification stuff leaked about that, and so that's gonna be good. And speaking of remaster collections,
there's a rumor, big rumor. No, it's rumored.
It's rumored, but I've seen so many people vetting it who I know are in the know that I'm pretty sure it's gonna be. But go ahead.
Spyro is coming back with the trilogy. First one, Ripto's Rage, and Year of the Dragon.
Or 1, 2, and 3, as most people call them.
I don't know. As a kid, I called them by their surnames.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that's dope.
I love these games. The childhood games. Like, stand out in my mind.
More than Crash, right?
Yes.
So, like,
yes.
yeah, no, I was definitely Spyro growing up.
I love Crash, the trilogy. It was cool to, like, play back.
And this is definitely the next logical step, because I'm sure Activision took a look at how many sales Crash got, and they said, oh yeah, let's move ahead with that. Shelve Skylanders.
I can't wait to, like...
You know Skylanders is dead, right?
Yeah, I do.
It's nice.
I work at a game store.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, like, if they're going to change the mechanics or make it, like, you know, remember Crash 1?
Yeah, how they made it so you're using the better controls of Crash 3 in all of them, pretty much. Yeah, so...
Except 1. 1 was different.
No, I heard it was... No, 1... No, here's the thing.
I remember 1 being really, like, difficult compared to the other two.
Do you know why?
Because of the...
because the physics were the same as 3, but the level design wasn't changed.
Oh.
So that's why. Crash 1 was made to be played with Crash 1 physics, which are floatier, but because they changed it to the Crash 3 physics, it's harder. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about it.
That's cool. That's really cool.
To get these.
I probably still won't, because even though, like, I grew up with Spyro, I only grew up with Spyro 2, and after we did our marathon playthrough of Spyro 2, I'm like, I'm good for now.
Yeah, I can't wait to play Spyro 1, because that's, like, the game that, like, I remember the most about.
Yeah, you have a big history with Spyro 1, for sure.
But side note, did you hear the rumor about the Crash and Spyro trilogies coming to Switch?
Yes, yep.
You think that's going to happen?
So, did you see at the New York Toy Expo?
No.
They were showing off new statues of Crash that is meant to hold your controllers, and one of them is holding a Switch.
There you go.
Here's the thing. There's no other controllers in any of the other ones. There's just 3 of them there with the middle one holding a Switch. So...
Is that, like put there by Activision?
Yes.
Okay, then, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a sure thing.
Yeah,
almost.
Right? So, yeah, that's like, that's going to be a thing.
I mean, would you buy it on the Switch?
On sale.
Yeah, me too, I think.
Because, I mean, look...
maybe I won't even buy it, because, like, I have it on PS4.
Yeah, and it does, I mean... You probably want to play it with a PlayStation controller because like that it's so embedded into it.
It would feel weird playing on a Switch.
Yeah. No. You know what? But it's going to be
good for third parties.
Good for third parties for sure.
Kids will love that game.
Oh yes.
All right. Next up, little bit of a thing.
Yeah, it's a little bit, but I
wanted to bring it up.
Yeah,
because I love this game. Hyrule Warriors is getting like a little bit tweaking in terms of adventure mode that you enjoy a lot.
So I thought adventure mode, as cool as it was, it had a huge problem with the item usage, where it's like, oh, I guess I need to go farm for bombs. Like,
I didn't like that. That stunted progress so much.
I didn't like that at all. And especially it's like, oh, there's no bombs on the map. Guess I gotta go get a compass and hope bombs spawn. So, yes, it is adding in an item shop.
Yep.
Where, like, for specifically adventure mode items, and the stipulation is simple. Have you unlocked the item once? Good! You can buy as many as you want, which is...
That's so nice.
Oh my god, it's so nice.
Other than that, they're adding a theater mode for all the cutscenes in the game.
Yeah, that's nice. And hey, you'll be able to use them with your funny costumes.
Oh, really?
Switch. Oh, well, yeah, because, I mean, if you use a costume in the story mode, it's reflected in the cutscenes.
Oh.
So then,
I don't remember that.
Just not the pre-rendered ones, but like, yeah, so if you want to, you know, have Fierce Deity Link
And
meet
Wind
up
Waker
with Wind Waker Ganondorf, and then have, you know, Zelda be Breath of the Wild, and then, you know, Lana's there dressed up as Skull Kid. Fun stuff. So, yeah, that's cool.
And then they're also putting in level 4 weapons for some of the DLC characters.
Yeah, so basically every character will have... No, not level 4, but level 4 plus.
Level 4 plus, yeah.
So every character will have level 4 plus weapons. Oh, and it's going to be balanced so that you pretty much start with not even the whole cast. You start off with kind of a sampling of the cast, and then you will unlock most of them through either story mode or adventure mode.
Which I like.
So yeah, you, and like every bit of DLC that was previously, you get it in a pack and you just get everything from the get-go. It's like, oh yeah, no, there's now stuff to, like, every map is...
There's a reason to play adventure mode.
Every map is filled to the brim with stuff to unlock now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, every character gets a costume, every character gets... You know, like,
some of the most content ever in a game
it's
I've played.
Redonkulous how much stuff there is in it.
You can put easily 500 hours in that.
Oh yeah, so that's gonna be cool.
That's it for Hyrule Warriors.
And next up, there is a Final Fantasy 15 multiplayer update.
I don't know much about this.
So basically, they did there was a free DLC pack that was added to the store that lets you get the hairstyles as well as the face options of characters from Kingsglaive. So,
I downloaded that.
Yeah, so you get the hair and the faces of Libertas, Core, the guy from Breaking Bad.
Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, I forget his character. Nyx
yeah.
Ulrich. So you get the faces and clothing for them. You get a Kingsglaive jacket, which is cool. But coming in the update is not only the faces and clothing of every character in the game that you get to play as.
Yeah, I think I watched it too.
So you get to play as, you know, Arnera, Iris, you know, all the boys.
Yeah.
So you get to... There's a bunch of new weapons, which is cool. There's actually more story.
Oh. Including
Arden is in it.
What?
Yeah, you didn't see?
No, I didn't.
There's story where you get to meet up with Arden in Insomnia early.
Oh.
And you get to fight bosses.
Oh.
Including, this is in the trailer, it's not spoilers, Ifrit. You remember Ifrit in the game?
Oh, yeah.
And Bahamut.
Oh, no.
Yes. You get to fight Bahamut. So, yeah, you got summon fights pretty much, which is going to be awesome. And yeah, just a bunch of new content, a bunch of new stuff. Oh, and there's now chocobo raising.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be able to raise chocobos, which then you put into the arena, which will then fight monsters.
Well, that's cool.
So you raise chocobos, and then they multiplayer fight like Pokemon battle style, which is kind of cool. Nice. Although you don't control it, you just train them and they fight. So that's cool. Which is cool. I've played a bit of the multiplayer, but obviously like not a ton, and it's really fun. But like there's just a lot to it. It's
surprisingly deep for like a side thing.
It's just like Monster Hunter. It really is. It's like you grab a weapon, go online with a party of 4, fight monsters.
Yeah,
it's like it's really what it is, and even as like the gameplay gimmick of you beat a monster, you get parts. Use the parts to craft stuff. It's like it's literally just Monster Hunter, which is really cool. But like, I don't know super many people playing it, but it's cool that they're adding this, and it's gonna be fun to go check it out for sure.
Can't wait for the Royal Edition stuff.
Yeah, the Royal Edition is gonna be awesome. Yeah. Except people are still mad you have to pay for it. Oh no, video games take resources to make.
Next
Dragon Ball updates. So the first 2 characters for FighterZ are announced, including a Goku and a Goku hater. So Bardock.
Who's Bardock?
Bardock is Goku's dad.
Okay.
He looks like Goku.
Oh, yeah.
Except he has a scar and he's wearing like cool armor. So this character is dubiously canon. So he appeared in the manga for like a little bit, but he's pretty much just like he's in the background. He's not a major player in the original, right? But when they decided to give him a TV special, that's when he started to get popular. So he's basically literally, what if Goku was older and angrier? It's absolute horse garbage that he goes Super Saiyan in this game, because the fact that Goku goes Super Saiyan is meant to be this like super huge, he's become the legendary Super Saiyan! Ah! And then it's like, and Goku's dad is just like, yeah, I went back in time and was actually the first Super Saiyan, whatever. But yeah, he's definitely one of the most popular characters because he's, he's a character that lives in video games and spin-offs mostly. He does not appear in the original media much, so people have like, when they say, whoa, Bardock's in this game? That's Goku's dad, what? So then they play it and it's like, oh wow, and so you can actually have like pretty much a team of Gokus, or Goku's dad, Goku, and Goku's son. So like you got family tree stuff going on, which is cool, but otherwise he's pretty much just a Goku.
Okay. Who's the other character?
Okay, but just wait.
Oh, sorry.
So there was a poll on Twitter because Android 16, his whole thing is I must kill Son Goku, and and you've seen the emoticons, right? So there was a poll by a popular Dragon Ball streamer like Thero who asked, "Is a Bardock a Goku?" And it ended with 8,000 votes at 50%.
Oh my god.
But then they did some digging and they actually found out Twitter will automatically get rid of bot answers. And if you inspect the element and stuff, it is confirmed by about 40 votes. Bardock is a Goku. And then someone did the math. It's like, if Goku is like a Goku and Goku's son is half a Goku, doesn't that mean Goku's dad is double Goku? So, fun stuff. But the other character, Broly.
Oh yeah, I do.
We watched the Broly special for Dragon Ball Abridged.
I forgot what he looked like. I'm gonna pull it up.
He's the huge guy, and he's like blonde hair, and like Iris, and he's like Kakarot. Remember, he calls him Princess Trunks. You'll remember as soon as you see him. That Broly.
Oh, him.
Broly. Big guy. So, Broly is non-canon. The movies, which he's from, are they're not canon at all. But, Broly is so popular, again, because of video games and stuff. And especially in America, where, in Japan, they look at him, he's like, he's just a big bruiser. But, of course, Dragon Ball, when it came to America, totally different way that we took it in. When it was brought to America, people thought it's all about, because Dragon Ball is primarily a comedy adventure. It's not meant to be super serious. Mm-hmm. When it came to America, people thought it was entirely serious. So when they see Broly, this giant hulking man who literally only can say Kakarot, which is Goku's real name.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this dude is so cool. And so that's when Vegeta gets hit in the Dragon Ball Z Abridged. He says, oh my god, you're so dumb, but you're so cool. And that's what it is. That's what everyone feels about Broly. He's just like the Hulk, where he's just big, dumb, but strong.
Yeah.
So, of course they're putting him in the game because these two characters are like the Dragon Ball video game characters. They exist and thrive primarily in video games, so they're putting them in.
Okay. And were there like gameplay trailers of them?
There was no gameplay trailers, but there was magazine scans.
Oh, okay.
So you get to take a look at some of this stuff, and it basically looks like them in every video game. Now, mind you, before Dragon Ball FighterZ, Arc System Works did make a Dragon Ball fighting game, 2D fighting game for the 3DS. Mm-hmm. And so they're in that game, so you can see what their movesets are.
Oh, okay.
So if you're interested, just look up the Ultimate Butoden, which is the 3DS game. Look up some combos of them, because pretty much every character gets all their moves taken from that game. So.
Okay.
But the other thing is for Xenoverse, which is still getting updates too. So 2 Dragon Ball games are getting like concurrent updates, which is crazy. We're getting the strongest Goku yet, being perfected Ultra Instinct Goku. So Goku has been doing this thing where he's been trying to get Ultra Instinct down. And basically what it is it's, if I were to punch you, your body would react on its own before you think that you're going to be punched to avoid the punch. So he's trying to teach himself to have his body auto-dodge stuff.
Jesus.
So, and this...
That sounds overpowered.
Oh, yes. So here's the thing, though. There's been a meme going around in the Dragon Ball community ever since Dragon Ball Super, the new TV show, started, where we joke about, oh, the next thing is going to be Gohan Blanco, because it's all about the Spanish community. Spanish Dragon Ball community is bonkers. So it's like, oh, it's Gohan Blanco, which means Gohan White, right? Because like they're like, oh, his hair's going to turn white and spiky, and Gohan is super powerful, you know? So everyone's going to be like, he's going to fight El Gran Hermano, you know? So they're like making up memes of that. And so for the longest time, there's been all these photoshops of Gohan with like white Super Saiyan hair. It's Gohan Blanco. Perfect and Ultra Instinct Goku has white hair. So you thought it was Gohan Blanco, but Goku Blanco is real.
And when is he being added?
But here's the thing, though. We had magazine scans of this before we knew that this was a thing he was going to do. So people in Japan opened up their gaming magazines, and they look at it, and they see a shiny, white-haired, new form Goku coming to a video game when they didn't even know, if you watched the anime, that it was going to be a thing. So everyone's like, so you see all these like Nintendo reporters, because Xenoverse is on the Switch, right? So you see them doing news posts, and they're like, oh, Perfected Ultra Instinct Goku's coming to Xenoverse, and you just see the responses, what is that? And they're like, spoilers, you're posting spoilers. I can't believe Nintendo everything has spoiled Dragon Ball Super. So it's absolutely hilarious. But basically it's auto dodge Goku is what it is. But the other cool thing is it's also getting a new story mode where, cause Xenoverse is weird because not only have they been adding like content packs, but they've been adding gameplay modes. So like there was one where you basically get it's literally you get in-game amiibos of characters, and then you play amiibo fights with each other on like a board game.
That's cool.
In the game, which is like a whole new way to play. And it's all strategy instead of it being, you're fighting, right? Yeah. So they're adding in a new mode where you basically work together with the bad guy to either change or keep history the same, because it's all about time travel stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of cool.
And when is this Perfected Ultra Instinct character coming out?
Well, it's coming out with a bunch of other stuff, including Jiren, who I know you hear memes about. He's the big gray alien guy. Yeah, he's super boring. And a couple other characters. So they're all coming out in a pack together.
Oh, okay.
We don't know when. It just said that it's coming out. So
cool.
Yeah, Dragon Ball. There's a lot of Dragon Ball is gaming now. It's crazy.
SMT5.
Yes, SMT5 is now in
full
production. Yes, the latest game in the Persona but not series, which is weird because Persona is way more popular than SMT, despite it being a spin-off of SMT. It's in full production. They're working on the demon models because they're probably going to take all the ones from Persona 5. Because that's the first time all those demon models have been in HD. Okay. And they're probably going to add a bunch more because, there's they're literally the number that are in Persona 5 is scratching the surface of how many there are in SMT.
Wow.
There's a lot. Because, of course, most of it is just let's take let's just take everything from every religion. But not only that, they put in stuff that's like, for example, in SMT4, they put in a demon that was chemtrails. Do you know what chemtrails are? Mm-hmm. Wait, you do?
The thing in the sky?
When planes fly overhead and they leave the lines?
I half know what they are.
Okay, so when planes fly in the sky and they leave the lines of stuff by them? So there's a conspiracy theory that is actually, they're dropping chemicals on people to control the populace. That's called chemtrails. They put in a monster based on a North American conspiracy theory.
Oh my god.
That's they basically put in Alex Jones as a monster, pretty much.
That's
so
awesome.
They're taking stuff from everything. And so there's going to be a bunch. They're working on that mostly right now. But it's going to be cool. I'm really excited for that because this is the first a console SMT since Nocturne on the PS2. But the first one in a while.
When did 4 come out?
Well, 4 and a bunch of spin-offs have always been coming up, but they're all handheld games. They've all been handheld games. They've been on the DS, they've been on the 3DS, they've been on the Vita.
Well, technically, this one's on a handheld, too.
Yeah, but it's also
Graphically, it's on a console.
Graphically, and also the fact that you can just play it in a console means it's on a console. So that's really cool. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with that. So that game's going to be probably brutally hard, but you know what? I feel like they're going to, after the success of Persona 5, I feel like they're going to pull it back a little bit. Just make it not as brutally hard, but make it challenging, but not brutally hard.
Yeah.
So we'll see about that.
Next. So guess what game came out today?
I didn't even know till I read it this morning.
Metal Gear Survive.
Yes.
And it had a disastrous launch, just as hoped.
You hear there's zero tutorial in the game?
Really?
Yeah, there's no tutorial.
Oh my god.
On PC, pressing any button crashes the game. On console, things just break.
They fuck it up that much.
It's bad. So the game is totally busted, but you know what's not busted? The microtransactions. You can buy as much as you want and buy those temporary power-ups. Fun. But here's the thing, though.
The only thing I'm looking forward to about this game is, like, the story and, like, what bullshit they come up with.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be... I'm looking forward to a Twitter thread about the stuff that they do, you know?
Yeah.
But, so here's the thing, though. I did see a GIF of the game recently.
Okay.
That showed a dude... So, the whatever your creative character, running through the desert, and you look in the distance, and you see... just a foot.
Oh, I heard about this.
Gigantic foot.
It's
and
Death
you just
Stranding
see it moving.
stuff.
And it's a monster the size of the Death Stranding monster.
That's interesting.
And you see it running through and you just see it walking through the desert. And it's just a gift. So I don't know if he's running. You're supposed to run away from it or something. And it did look pretty neat. But here's the thing: as soon as that GIF looped around, I remembered this is Metal Gear Survive. This game's bad. So. No.
Konami could have just been like, oh yeah, that's what he's doing, so we're going to do it in our game too.
So I'm excited to see what bullcrap.
Just how bad this game crashes and burns?
Yeah, but we'll see. Well, I hate the fact that, like, there's nothing worse than when a bad game that you don't want to support has cool stuff in it.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to YouTube videos, but that's about it.
I'm looking forward to the sales numbers.
Oh, it's going to be bad.
That.
No, there was zero fanfare.
No.
There was zero fanfare for the release.
No one knew this game was coming out.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Like, is that it for Metal Gear?
Yeah, you have the next two stories.
Oh, the second story. So first of all, there's rumors, nothing concrete, as like the Spyro remasters.
Yes.
That they're going to port Diablo 3 and Fortnite to the Switch, which I think is really good, both of them. Because have you played Diablo 3?
No.
It's really like pick up and play.
Yeah, but it's
like a little mission.
But it's a Western RPG. If it was anime, it'd be better.
I think they should just like go into Diablo 4 because I want a Blizzard game to dive into it first.
Yes, but remember, this is Blizzard we're talking about. They won't just make Diablo 4. There will be 3 to 4 years of hype up.
Oh yeah,
and then they'll be like,
well, no, Overwatch had like 2.
Yeah, but there's still 2 years. It's not gonna be like, hey, Diablo 4.
I guess.
Yeah, like it's like they were literally they will walk out on stage and a big fiery 4 will appear, and then like 2 years later they'll be like, here's the first concrete gameplay details, and then they'll be like, we've been working on this game for the past 10 years. This game's gonna destroy the world, and everyone will be like, oh my god, it's so good. And then there's still Minecraft references. Do you know those Minecraft stuff that you can unlock in Diablo 3?
Really?
Yeah, it's really weird.
Huh.
Remember right when that first came out and Minecraft was like a new thing? Like, you can get Minecraft weapons and armor, and you run around looking like Steve. Back when that was a thing, so...
Yeah, but like, I have Diablo 3 on the PS4, but I think I'd get it on the Switch if it came out.
Yeah, definitely, because it's I mean, any RPG is better on a portable, no matter what, so...
And then on the flip side, Fortnite, you don't care about this at all.
I don't, because...
But you need to play it, though, because it's...
It's just PUBG with building.
But it's PUBG, but better.
Yeah, but...
It's more cartoony, it's more accessible.
That's not a high bar to jump over.
But they're fun games.
Yeah, look, all I'm saying is call me when Nintendo makes a Battle Royale game.
Oh, you know they're going to.
Oh, you know they're going to, and it will revolutionize the genre. But people will say, oh, it's too cartoony. Screw you. Nintendo's Battle Royale will be the single greatest thing ever.
What if it's like Smash Bros?
It's probably going to be like Splatoon.
Yeah, that's what,
Imagine
that's what I
Splatoon
went
Battle
to right
Royale.
now. That'd
That'd
cool.
be dope.
In Splatoon 3?
Not even
Like
Splatoon 3.
like
Just
the
make
new-
a spin-off.
Oh, maybe.
Just make Splatoon Battle Royale or something.
Maybe.
Splatoon Battalion. No, that's not a C term. Never mind. Abort joke.
Fortnite with like the kids, the third party.
Yeah. Yep.
Really would explode on the Switch, I think.
For sure. And that game is free to play, right?
Yes.
So-
the Battle Royale portion, which they're like almost died.
What's the other portion?
It's PvE. Zombies.
Oh God. I'm so tired of the Z word in gaming.
And guess what just came out today? Tom Clancy in Rainbow Six, the zombie mode.
Oh my God. It is 2018. We don't need more zombie games. Be original. Use liches. Use worms. Use something new.
Fair.
Use crazy caribou. Imagine a game where you have to fight 1,000 caribou
It's like a
rushing
hunting
at
game.
you. Yeah. Like, come on, man.
But it's like super hype.
There's so many more cooler things than zombies. And it's like, oh, but our zombies run fast. Oh, but our zombies are crystal zombies. Like, pick something else. Sorry. I hate zombies so much.
Fair. Why do you watch Walking Dead last season?
Because you were over.
Fair enough.
Plus, you don't watch The Walking Dead for the zombies.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Okay, no, you go into Dissida, because I want this last
No.
story.
Oh, you want that as last story?
Yeah.
Okay. Dissida has announced the newest stage, which is the Orbonne Monastery from Final Fantasy Tactics. Now, Final Fantasy Tactics, I don't know if you know, is like Fire Emblem style. So it is picking units and moving them.
Yeah.
So the stage looks like a PS1 battlefield.
It's completely flat?
It's completely flat aside from the monastery there, which is like a building.
Yeah.
There are tiles on the ground which represent the movement stuff. And much like how on the PS1, once you got to the end of the stage, there's just like the void of the sky. It's just a square, flat void in the sky.
Oh, that's cool.
It looks exactly like an HD version of the PS1 stage. And I've seen people say, that looks unfinished. That doesn't look good. And I'm like, it looks so accurate to the original that I nearly cried. Like, it looks so good. So I'm really hyped for that. They did also announce that the next DLC fighter would be announced, which I haven't bought the season pass yet, but it's like $40. So it's like, ooh. But they're going to do 8 fighters. So the first one they announced is going to be a villain.
Yeah, we already talked about this a bit.
Post Final Fantasy VIII and is male. Arden, please. Please, Arden. Because, like, I'm looking at him like, okay, like, the only villain of 9 that's not in the game is Garland. Oh, and Garland is already a character in the game because he was also in Final Fantasy 1. Final Fantasy X. Maybe the real villain of Seymour, because the villain for Final Fantasy X who's in the game is Tidus' dad, and he's not the real villain of the game.
Oh, okay. Might be Seymour.
Might be Seymour. Final Fantasy 11... I don't know. It's an MMO. But they have Shantoto. She's technically a villain from 11.
But she's a girl.
That's true. But no, but she's already in the game.
Oh.
Final Fantasy 12, it could be one of the judges because they are the villains of 12. But here's the thing. They said it's a newcomer.
I feel like
Judge Gabrinth was in one of the elder Dissidia games. So he's not a newcomer. Final Fantasy 14... Please God, no. I know there's 1,000,005 villains in 14, but let's not do that. Oh, I missed 13.
Like how you just skipped 13.
So there is a male villain in 13.
Oh no. Could you imagine?
And that would suck. But there's actually, well, because I don't think they'll pick the villain. If they pick a villain for 13, it won't be the one from 13.1. It'd be the one from 13.2.
Okay.
Who is kind of cool. He's a guy with time powers. He's voiced by Liam O'Brien, who is like, he's good voice actor. And he has like time powers and stuff. So he would be kind of cool. But like, please be Arden. So yeah, no, Dissidia is getting stuff. Oh, but another weird thing is the stages and characters are going to be on the arcade edition for a month and a half before they're in console.
Okay.
And when they asked like why, they said, look, if you have the game at home, we want to incentivize people to go to the arcades. And it was like, okay, I get it, but whatever.
A month and a half isn't that long.
It's not long. Yeah, no, not at all.
As opposed to like a year.
Yeah. So, okay. You've been waiting for this.
Oh my God.
Take her home.
So this morning I woke up and I saw a post.
There's a story about this game.
A post by Nibel saying it's like a screen.
You call him Nibel?
Yeah, I do.
Call him Nibble.
Yeah. Nibel's better.
Go ahead.
A post about like all the upcoming games, and one of them
was Sonic Racing. Yo, go ahead. Sorry.
Although there were rumors about that too.
I know, and I am excited, and I hope that's real.
Yeah. But one of them was Burnout Paradise Remastered, and I'm like, I like shot up out of bed.
Because
like,
you've ever since the rumors have been heard, you've been screaming about this.
Yes, like anything about this. And then I went to work, and then on my break, Burnout Paradise Remastered trailer.
There you go.
Holy fuck, it's real.
I'm giving him a thumbs up.
Burnout Paradise Remastered is real. Life is worth living.
So,
it's my favorite game of all time.
Oh, I know, and I'm
like,
no, I'm excited for you.
And like, it looks prettier.
Yep.
It doesn't look.
I mean, mind you, because it's going from a PS3 game,
a realistic looking PS3 game,
to a PS4 and Xbox One.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's going up one console generation. So you don't need a full remake after one console generation.
No.
It's usually on PS2 when you need to start remaking it. But
it's going to be 4K and 60 FPS compatible.
Avril Lavigne is back.
Avril Lavigne, all the songs from the original soundtrack.
I heard the original soundtrack is really good.
It's awesome.
So that's good.
It's one of the best parts of the game for me. I'm going to can't take advantage of the 4K, but I can take advantage of the 60 FPS since I have a Pro.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun to play at 60 FPS. All the DLC from the original release is coming. So like all the movie cars.
I heard there's also going to be a DLC pack that, like, not DLC, it's an unlock that will just press a button and it'll unlock everything for you. So if you want to start the game with everything, you can just start the game with everything.
I don't think it's a button because on the original release.
No, because what it is it's you go into the DLC store and it's labeled. It's labeled
that's
as
they have.
Yeah, it's called the Time Saver Pack.
Yeah,
where
that's
So
they had it on the original.
They confirm that that's there. So
yeah,
and it's free. So
is it?
It's going to be free on PS4.
Really?
So if you just want to hop right in, you can do it.
No,
and
unlocking cars because like in the game when you unlock a car, you don't get it right away. You have to find it on the map and then take it down.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, then definitely I'd see like why you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But then some people, if they put enough hours into the original and just want to get going into like competitive aspect.
As someone who's put too many hours into this game, like I put so many hours that I know the map in my head to this day.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for me,
for him,
the only thing. So what I hope is now that Burnout is alive again.
I want this to be a litmus test for a new Burnout.
But what I want now is I just want them to do, because there's PS2 games on PS4, right?
Yeah.
I just want a release of Burnout 2 and 3 on PS4.
That'd be awesome.
Because I've played the crash modes of those games in friends at parties, and it was the most fun. Because that's one of the ones where you're given like a preset course, you pick a vehicle, and then you drive and crash. And we would write down our scores and see who gets the best one. Like that was so much fun. So I didn't love Paradise from what I played of it, because it wasn't like that classic arcadey style. Like I really love that arcadey style to me. I get why the open world people much prefer, but that's just it's just me. But I do hope that we get the other games now as like even if it's like buy Burnout Paradise and get a download code for 2 or 3. It's like, well, I'd get that then. Yeah. So
it'd be also cool if they put in new cars, just as like a kind of an incentive. But I don't need an incentive for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to think of other stuff about it. They're putting the toy cars and the bikes.
Yep. Bikes? Really?
You didn't know bikes?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they added. I remember that morning. Bikes came out.
That's cool.
They have like people on them, but they disappear the instant you crash.
Of course. That's cool. That's cool. Actually, I didn't know that.
Yeah. the new art for the box art. The original one just had the car.
Yeah.
Drifting, but now it's like as the car drifting, but like a car behind it like flying over.
Oh, that's cool. That's nice.
With all the crazy colors, and they're putting the expansion into, obviously.
Yeah, because everything's in it. Yeah, nice, cool.
Yeah, so March 16th. Save the date.
Switch version that was rumored is still MIA.
It's still possible.
It's definitely, but it hasn't been confirmed.
I'm seeing like a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if there's anywhere it will be announced, it would be a Nintendo Direct. With like, you play this fast racing game classic anywhere you want.
I freak out again.
See you freak out. It's like, and then it's revealed it's just Blur.
Fuck off.
So, okay, we're going on a little bit of a break here, and then when we get back, we're gonna start the Marvel talk.
Everything from Phase 1 and then Black Panther.
So that'll be good. So we'll see you guys in a moment.
Bye.
And welcome back. Oh, I drove my fidget spinner.
Oh,
sorry.
That's an awesome intro.
I'm spinning it.
Oh God.
Giving it.
Don't
spins.
spin it all segment, please.
I won't. I'm not spinning it right now, so then now I can spin it because I didn't spin it all segment. Okay, let's go.
Oh God. All right, so we're going to be talking about the MCU.
Yes.
Phase 1.
Because we've been doing our watch through leading up to Infinity War. We started with Iron Man, despite my wanting to start with Howard the Duck. But
it was an MCU movie, dude.
But Howard's in the MCU.
That would mean we'd have to watch all the X-Men films.
But they're not in the MCU. They're not.
Neither is Howard the Duck.
Yeah, he is.
Not that Howard the Duck.
That is Howard the Duck.
Not... Whatever. Okay, let's just hop in.
Howard the Duck is a movie that did nothing wrong, and I feel people misunderstand.
It's terrible.
It's so fun. There's a little midget in a duck costume dancing around. It's hilarious. Okay, let's talk about
We're going to be talking
phase
about
one.
Phase 1, and then we're going to go to Black Panther.
Yes, because then we recently watched Black Panther, so it's going to be a bit of jumping around. But that's fine, because we won't get to Black Panther by the time Infinity War comes around on DVD. So,
So, how did you want to do this? You just want to like
movie by movie, honestly.
Okay.
And we'll just talk about our feelings about it, how we thought it was, how we grew up with it, and then, how it holds up or doesn't. So, yeah.
Speaking with Iron Man.
Iron Man. So, when I first saw Iron Man was a movie, my thought was, they're just trying to copy Spider-Man. And my original thought, because I loved watching Spider-Man 1, 2, 3 in theaters.
Yeah, me too.
They were great. Then I saw they're doing Iron Man, and I'm like, well, this was after the original Hulk movie, too. So I'm like, they're making all this superhero movies.
I never watched the original Hulk movie.
It's different. It's done by a guy who does artsy films, not action films.
I watched the Cinema Wins.
And it has weird stuff. Please ignore my phone call that I'm getting. But I got a job tomorrow. I don't know why they keep calling me. But so basically, when I first watched it, I was at a friend's house, and he's like, hey, do you want to watch Iron Man? I'm like, and I mean, it was whatever. It was a sleepover at his house. We're in like junior high. We're just chilling out. I'm like, yeah, sure. So we put it on, and I enjoyed it, but it didn't have any mark on me.
Really?
It had no mark on me. When I first watched it, I'm like, yeah, it's a good superhero movie. It's actually a really fun superhero movie. Of course, I didn't know what was to come of it at that time. But I remember watching it and being like, yeah, it's good, but it's nothing spectacular. How was it with you as a child?
As a child, I guess.
As a wee lad. Well, it'd be back in junior high.
Yeah, you're right.
I'd argue that's a child.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I don't have any, like, previous knowledge of when it came out. Like, I don't think I knew anything about it. Okay. Much.
I knew about Iron Man from the cartoons and stuff. Well, I mean, of course, I played the old Marvel vs. Capcom games, so I was like, I knew these characters.
I think why my memory's so, like, jumbled is because I was so narrow-minded as a child.
Really?
Yeah. As in terms of entertainment, I only liked one thing, and I really never opened.
See, I only liked one thing too, but that one thing was anime. So,
but back to Iron Man, I remember watching it on my my phone. I don't know if it was my phone at the time, or maybe it was on an iPod. It was on an iPod.
Oh my god, are we talking about an iPod Video?
Yeah.
Wait, iPod Touch or iPod Video?
Touch.
Oh, see, I had video growing up, so like that's like the click wheel iPod, but it played videos. So like, yeah, okay, go on.
Yeah, I watched it on my iPod at my uncle's, and I remember enjoying it a lot. But there wasn't really a lot of substantial memories I have.
No,
the original at the beginning, because like you didn't know what it's going to be.
Plus, we were young.
Yeah.
So, but now that we rewatched it, I think it holds up really well.
Oh yeah, it's
now there's not as like it definitely feels different from like the Marvel feel that we have now.
Oh yeah, it feels
like, modern Marvel movies.
The majority of Phase 1, excluding Cap and Avengers, feels very different.
Yes, it did. Oh god, all these people.
Why don't you just put on silent?
Because what if I get a text from a cute girl? Okay, it's not gonna happen. I know, but they feel very different in terms of how they're filmed. The humor too. They're trying to. Like, Iron Man, I don't think there's too many jokes. Like, he's smarmy.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, you're kind of laughing at his wit and stuff, but there's no real jokes.
Yeah.
There's not stuff that makes...
If you were to watch Thor Ragnarok right after this film.
Oh, yeah, they're so different.
Yeah. But, in terms of, like, RDJ was, like...
Robert Downey Jr. is literally Tony Stark.
And, looking ahead, I don't think they can recast him.
No.
I think they gotta, like, be like Ironheart with Shuri.
Yeah, actually, as I was watching, I'm like, I know Shuri's a pre-established character in Marvel Comics, but she could so be Ironheart.
Yeah.
And she'd be dope!
I'd like, in like Phase 4, Phase 5, if they get... I'm pretty sure they're gonna get that far.
Oh, yeah, dude, these movies make so much buck.
That we're gonna get, like, pop-ups of Tony Stark here and there.
Yeah.
Like cameos. Like Stan Lee.
Yeah. No, he's definitely gonna be, like, around until they get to the point where they have to reset the universe. Which I think will happen eventually, but
I want to stick to Phase 1, but
let's reel back a bit. We're talking about the future. Let's talk about the now for now, because I have at the end the future from here for Marvel based on the stuff. So
looking back on it now, the 10 Rings were just really. I really want to see the Mandarin, like in the flesh.
Yeah, you want the real Mandarin. Although I do think that they just called it the 10 Rings as a nice shout out. I don't
probably like an Easter egg.
I don't think it was meant to be like an actual canonical.
Because they didn't like
because the 10 Rings is all about like Asia. Mm-hmm. This was in Afghanistan. So
I guess.
Yeah, so it was just a nice shout out. I don't think it was meant to be an actual like commanded by the Mandarin thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think, they weren't thinking that far ahead. I don't think they knew what they were they were starting with this.
I think they even said that.
Yeah.
In that MCU photo shoot video.
Yeah. So, but no, I think the movie holds up really well. The ending of him just saying, I am Iron Man, and then the song, and it's like that's
kicked off the MCU almost.
Awesome. And then, of course, the first, was it after credits? Or was it...
Let's not go that far. Let's talk about the movie stuff.
Okay.
Rhodey, I'm glad they recast him.
Yeah, I didn't like Rhodey's actor in the first one too much. I couldn't see it.
I like Don Cheadle. I guess we're more used to Don Cheadle.
I know we're more used to it, but now even just looking objectively, I think the newest actor is like, that's who I think of for War Machine.
There's a lot of actors in the Phase 1 that I'm like glad that didn't make it.
Yeah.
Villain. We need to bring up the villain in any one of these.
So
Tony.
You know what? He's in terms of the Marvel villain, he definitely is one of the ones that I would not say is just a generic villain. He's one that is he's established where he is. You kind of understand his motives, and even if he is kind of a rival or clone type character, kind of, he's pretty good. I don't remember. Is it Aldrich Killian is his name? Or am I super mixing it up?
Super mixing it up.
Who is
Obadiah Stane.
Oh, God, yeah. No, I'll never remember that name. Warmonger.
Yeah, no.
Ironmonger.
Yes, there you go.
God. See, okay.
When I first watched the movie...
He is a little generic.
Yeah, and he kind of goes insane a little bit too easily.
Oh, yeah, he goes insane real fast.
He's trying to build this company... But then he just destroys it
he's
and makes himself
he's you know what he is? He's a comic book villain.
Yeah.
And that's what he is. And so
him in the Ironmonger suit is intimidating though.
Actually,
in the dark there with the chains.
I'd argue him in general as a person was kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
So
the part where he's yelling at the workers Tony Stark made this in a cave.
Definitely.
He has a presence.
Yeah, he has a good presence, and I like the actor. I don't know his name, but he's a good actor. Oh. Don't. We're gonna be here forever. Yeah. We try to remember every actor's name.
Sure. Okay. Then the after credits scene.
Yes,
the classic, the one
that you're part of something bigger.
That makes you look at the idiots walking out the Marvel movies at the beginning.
Well, I mean, at that time we didn't know. I mean, even I walked out of before the final scene of the Avengers. I didn't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I stayed for the first one, but I didn't think there'd be a second one. And now I know, but I never saw. So about that again. Let's go ahead.
Do you remember seeing it for the first time?
Which one?
The first Iron Man after credits.
So okay, when I watched this was on DVD. This was after I think it was around the release of the next movie. So I sort of knew a bit that this was going to happen. This wasn't a big twist to me. I remember...
Oh, yeah, because... Yeah.
And I remember hearing about kids talking about it in school. Saying, did you see Samuel L. Jackson at the end of the movie? And I'm like, oh, who was he? He's like, he's Nick Fury. He's talking about the Avengers. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And honestly, I'm going to be very honest here. I didn't think the Avengers movies were going to happen.
Really?
I remember hearing some stuff about how... Because I remember when they said we don't want Tony, we want we want you as a consultant, not as a member. We want Iron Man and not Tony. So I'm like, oh, so the Avengers aren't going to happen because they don't want him.
Yeah.
So I actually thought that they weren't going to happen, but lo and behold, they did. But so I knew ahead of time. So I had a lot of it spoiled for me. Fair. I was very outside until Iron Man 2. That's when I started paying attention. So, yeah.
Yeah, around there. Next movie.
Hulk.
The
weirdest one.
The black sheep.
This one's weird.
But it was fun to watch.
It was kind of fun to watch.
The CGI is really dated.
Mind you, this one is
worse than Iron Man.
Out of all the Marvel movies, this one is the one that will just be on TV and I'll switch on halfway through. Like, this one airs on TV a lot, so I watch bits and scenes. Like, I've seen the big fight scene in the field.
Oh, yeah.
So many times. Because I was turned on at that point, right?
Yeah. I remember watching it, I was on a field trip, and we were going to, like, a roller skate, like a field trip.
Sure.
I don't know why I know the specifics, but I watched it on the bus ride there and back, and it was... I don't remember my feelings towards it back then.
Nope.
Again, it's been so long. It's been like
so for me as a
10
kid,
years.
I actually don't even think I watched it as a kid.
Really?
I honestly think like I watch bits and pieces of it when it's on TV, but like I think this was the first time I've sat down and watched it.
Yeah, because like for the first few movies at least, you're like, I think this has been a while since I've seen this.
Yeah, because like Iron Man 1 I haven't seen since I watched it in middle school. This one I'm like 90% certain I have not seen. So, when I watched it, I'm like, it wasn't as bad as I was dreading, but it was definitely... Well,
there are a lot of like jumps.
Yeah. A lot of weird stuff where we're like, wait, why? How is he?
How did he get there?
Yeah, where it's like, I can't take a plane because I don't have a passport. And then he'll just be in, like, London. And he was in, like, India before. And it's like, oh, okay. So I guess he just walked. Sure.
Villain.
You know what? I think Abomination is a good rival character.
He's another one of those, like, bad guy.
Yeah, he's super generic bad guy. He's just like, I want to be strong like the Hulk. I'm going to inject myself with the stuff.
How did you like that scene?
Oh, God. Okay, so
those were pretty, like, mature for...
So, one thing I cannot watch in any movie is anything involving needles and injections. Which happens a lot in Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I like Captain America is okay because they do it in the tube.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's fine. But like freaking whenever like X-Men movie happens and they're showing Wolverine's origins, I'm like, I can't look at that. And it's weird because I'm not even bad with them in real life. I but yeah, no. Like,
when you got like injected and he like fidgeted on the
fan.
table and you're like, I can't look.
Yeah, no, he's a good like rival character villain.
His motivations are weak.
Well, I mean, he just wants to beat up the Hulk. You know? I am happy that he's well, I mean, he's, like the villain, but I'd argue that Thunderbolt Ross is more of the villain.
No.
Really?
I think, what's his name? What's his, like, human name?
I don't know. Just call him the Abomination.
Yeah, when he's human, I think he's, like, the main villain, because he's, like... Because you can tell when he's like, he kind of like breaks off of his... Yeah, I know,
he definitely breaks off, but I mean, like, that's, I don't know. In the grand scheme of things, I think Ross was like, he kind of started everything, and even if he got a little better at the end, he was still responsible for everything.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I'm talking about the final fight, though. I really like that.
It's good. It's good.
It's really visceral at the end.
Yeah.
When he like... Him with the chain.
Real talk. One of the hypest things is when he takes the car and uses it in boxing gloves, and that comes from Ultimate Destruction, which is a really good GameCube game. So that's dope that they use that. Yeah. I'm so happy. It's a weirder movie. It's not one that I honestly think.
The pizza guy.
I don't even remember.
You don't remember? Make that meme when we watched it.
Like, so I know we were making jokes during it, but like it's like I remember some stuff, but like I don't. Sitting here, I have a hard time remembering stuff about it. Like, yeah, the final fight scene and the middle fight scene, but that's about it.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing comes. Oh, the cave scene.
Was really, cave scene.
Because you watched like the comic
guy
version.
From Modern Family in it. Yeah, that was weird.
And then in the one scene, it was like sunshine in the rain.
What?
Yeah, it was like really hard rain, but there was like sunshine.
God, this movie's kind of forgettable.
Yeah, not the best.
And I am happy that Mark Ruffalo is taking over. Because the older actor, not as bad. You're better at names than me. He's not bad, but I definitely think Mark Ruffalo gives the character both a like a vulnerability, because like a Mark Ruffalo looks like he can't punch his way out of a paper bag.
No.
He's a weakling, as Banner should be.
Yeah.
You know? And he has a bit of a... He has both a lovable quirk as well as you're kind of afraid of him because you know what he can turn into. So he can be threatening-ish, you know?
Like when Mark Ruffalo gets angry, like...
It's scary.
It's scary.
But, Edward Norton, I don't feel too much for him.
No, he seems to... I don't know what the word is. He belongs in those, like, artsy movies and, like, the really, like, Oscar-worthy stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas Mark Ruffalo, like, it's not a detriment at all.
Yeah.
But he belongs in these more
for sure
booky movies.
So,
after credit scene,
Tony Stark appears, and I remember hearing again back in school, kids were like, "I hear Tony Stark appears at the end of the Hulk movie," and I'm like, "Oh, huh? Like, is it the same actor?" And they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, huh?" It's like connected. And they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Oh, huh."
Yeah, that's what I felt too.
And that's where I'm like, oh, that's...
What's going on here?
That's interesting.
These two movies were released the same year, like 2 months apart too.
Yeah.
So which is like...
Well, but Iron Man was made by Marvel, where Hulk was made by Paramount.
Yeah, so like you wouldn't have almost no idea.
Yeah, so, yeah. I don't have anything else to say.
No?
Honestly, Hulk is pretty...
Fair enough. Now Iron Man 2.
Wait, so just a question. So you haven't seen the original Hulk movie?
No, I've only watched like clips.
So it's definitely like I watched that one in theaters, and then when this one was announced, and I heard it was like another sort of reboot. That's why I kind of avoided it at first.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I already saw where the Hulk comes from. I don't need to watch this again. So
I'm glad they did the origins at the beginning of the.
Yeah, although it's different origins, which is weird. No gamma bomb testing.
Oh.
Yeah, because Hulk has always been, and in the first movie, it's a test of the gamma bomb, and Banner was driving nearby to save a child.
No.
And so for this one, it's like they're recreating the superhero serum with gamma rays, so it's a bit different.
It connects to Cap.
Connects to Cap, yeah. Before we even knew that. And the thing is, they keep saying just a super soldier serum, not the super soldier serum. They very clearly say it is a serum to create a super soldier.
Now at this point, they still didn't have any idea this would take off.
Yeah, no, actually, the original thing with Tony Stark was just suggested at the last second.
Oh yeah.
So like that was it's really interesting. That's it.
With Hulk?
That's it.
Iron Man 2.
Okay, so I was dreading this one because this was the one I bought on Blu-ray at what is it? Costco. I remember finding it and being like, "Oh, I love Iron Man. Let's get Iron Man 2 on, watch it on a Blu-ray," because I think we had a Blu-ray player. We don't have the Blu-ray player anymore, but I have my PS4.
Yeah.
And so I got it, and it was like my first Blu-ray, and I watched it a couple times as a kid. And so I remember watching it, a couple times, and I watched it to a point where I'm like, okay, I've seen this movie enough, I could probably quote it word for word. Which I did that a lot as a kid. I can't watch Finding Nemo. I can't watch Toy Story because I watched them so many times as a kid. The script plays through in my head.
Wow.
Which sucks. Like every line becomes a quote that I know. So that sucks. So Iron Man 2 became that for me.
Yeah.
So I knew going into this rewatch, I'm like, this one is one of the ones that I'm going to not like because a lot of the 2 movies I have problems with being...
Are you talking about when you first watched it or now?
Now.
No? Okay.
Because I have a problem with a lot of the 2 movies. Because I'm Because I'm thinking about all those 2s, especially Thor 2.
We'll talk about it later.
Yep. And so, I'm like, okay, but we went to rewatch it here and I'm like, it's not bad.
It's better because because of everything that comes after.
Yeah,
it's a universe building movie.
It is not a decent standalone movie, I'd say.
Not. But it's awesome when you
connect it. I think awesome is kind of putting it on a little high of a pedestal. I think it's neat when it's done like that. I don't know about it being awesome.
I guess, yeah.
When did you watch it as a kid?
I don't remember watching it as a kid.
Really?
I remember my dad watching it.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Villain.
I like Whiplash.
Oh, there's 2 villains in this movie this time.
Okay, I don't count.
Justin Hammer is a better villain.
I don't count that soy boy.
He doesn't have Does he? No, he doesn't have a beard in that movie.
No, he doesn't, but he would if he could. He's so soy he can't grow a beard. Soy boys don't need beards. Why are we talking about soy boys? This is
Shut up.
But no, I definitely count Whiplash as the villain. I mean, in the end, he is pretty much doing everything. Like he
masterminds almost everything.
Yeah,
I do like Justin Hammer as like a side villain.
Yeah, and he comes back, doesn't he? In the one shot. I think he comes back in 3.
No, you're thinking of Aldrich Killian.
I'm thinking of Aldrich Killian.
Yeah.
Who's Aldrich Killian again?
He's the Mandarin, the real Mandarin,
oh,
the
God.
fake Mandarin.
Okay, no, I don't know. Okay, never mind. No, I like him because he just wants his bard. I would like bard.
He has understandable motivations, but they're not terribly strong.
I forget the actor's name, but that dude is a scary dude.
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, he is a scary dude in real life, and he plays the perfect villain. Because, the
standout scene in the movie, I think, is the raceway.
Oh, yeah.
The intimidation. I used to do that as a kid, I remember.
Wow, that's really lame.
What?
It's okay.
You watched anime as a kid.
I was going to say, it's okay. I Naruto ran, so I'm not one to judge, but...
Yeah, I remember doing that.
He's a cool villain, and I really like him because...
My socks.
I know some people think he's kind of generic, but I think he's a cool villain. I think he's a cooler take on the using technology than Ironmonger.
Oh yeah,
because he's like using the arc reactor, but then he's not making a full suit. He doesn't need a suit. No. He is a suit already.
Yeah, he does have the suit at the end, which I kind of didn't like.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's kind of that like Ironmonger
kind of a little bit, but
there's a shadow to his comic book suit,
but no, I like him. I think he's cool. He's very striking, a striking image that I'll think about.
He doesn't really have an impact on the overall.
No, not at all.
Not no, like everyone else did.
Much like all of the villains in the 2s.
Yeah.
No, overall, like there's a bit more humor here.
Yeah,
it's like we're saying
bits and pieces.
We're saying this is planting the seeds of the Marvel humor.
Something that stands out is the donut scene.
Oh yeah.
No,
it's like Tony in general it's just more fun in this. Although his alcohol stuff is just like okay.
It took inspiration from Demon in a Bottle, almost.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not in terms of alcohol, but like in terms of poison.
Yeah. So,
I don't think that was really like necessary, almost.
Well, no, it's a big part of his character though, because he's always been alcoholic in the comics, but only Demon in a Bottle was where they actually brought it into a major part of the story. He's always been alcoholic though, like since the beginning. Don
Cheadle.
He's great.
Like the first scene he was in, he was like, "I'm here. You gotta get used to me."
Yeah. No, he's
awesome.
good. He's good. Is this the first one with Coulson?
Oh no. Yes, I think so. Actually,
I don't
think it was in the first Iron Man.
I think this is Coulson's first appearance.
Yeah.
We love Coulson.
Oh yeah,
we love Coulson because we're like one of the few people I know who watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
It's a really good show.
I haven't been watching this season. I need to.
Me neither. I haven't.
I need to correct that. I watched the first couple episodes and they were good, but like I almost feel like I want to wait off almost.
Well, for me, it's like if my DVR misses an episode, I kind of just fall off.
Oh yeah.
But like season 4 is like one of the best.
Okay, well we'll talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. later.
Sorry.
Iron Man 2.
Iron Man 2. Post-credit scene. I think we covered the ending with all the robots. Is really cool.
Yeah,
I think.
I don't. Again, it's a middle movie, so there's not like it in the universe of stuff. Oh, is this the one where then Coulson talks about I have to go to New Mexico.
Oh yeah.
So this is definitely where like I was watching it and I'm like.
Also, first intro of Black Widow.
Oh right, yeah, she's okay. We were having problems with her though because we're like, so did she get hired? Is she just there? Because then
she got hired by S.H.I.E.L.D. to.
No, I'm talking about not Black Widow. I'm talking about the fake character that Black Widow was playing. Where then when she just appears at Tony's house and she's like, we're here to do some paperwork with you, and then she like gets hired because then she's always with him, and then she's talking about how she's working for him now, and it's never established.
Tony had no idea. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, he had no idea. But it's never established what her civilian disguise is in relation to Tony.
Yeah, I
like
guess.
it's never established, and they like do research on her, and they're like, "Yep, there, it's some suspicious stuff here," and then she's still hired. So that was a bit weird.
Yeah.
I had a bit of trouble following that. She looks different in this movie. They did not get her hair red.
No.
So like it's so weird seeing just like a regular like brunette look. I mean, she's a spy. She's gonna change her hair, but like it was definitely like you could see the beginnings of Black Widow. But like I remember watching it, and I'm like, is that Black Widow? It doesn't really look like the Black Widow I know. I mean, mind you, my only knowledge of Black Widow from before this movie was playing Spider-Man Web of Shadows on the Wii.
Oh.
Where she had a thick Russian accent. She's like, I am Natasha Romanoff and I am the Black Widow. And she also had really short hair, which was really good in my books. But it was like, so I was expecting, Scarlett Johansson to appear and start speaking with a thick Russian accent. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I liked her.
Yeah, no, it was a good start. She still needs her own movie, though.
Which might be coming in Phase 4. But
might be.
We're not talking about that. After credit scene, was there still one in this one?
Yeah, it was again him talking to Nick Fury, and because the one in Iron Man 1 was just, we're doing an Avengers thing, cut credits pretty much. This one is hey, about that Avengers thing, yeah, we're gonna put you on as a consultant. We want Tony. We want Iron Man, but not Tony.
Yeah.
So this was where I was like, I don't know if the Avengers is happening because they don't want Tony.
Yeah.
So I was a little confused at that, but yeah, again, more building up the Avengers. That's about it.
After that, it was the Thor.
Yes, Thor hammer. Yeah. Yes.
Which
leads into
Thor.
Or as we like to call it, take a shot every time you see a canted angle and you will die. Don't drink while I'm talking. You know it's bad. Wow. Kenneth Branagh, who's the director, he loves those canted angles because every second scene.
Yeah, we were watching. I was like, there isn't that many. And then like three in a row.
Like, it's hilarious how many canted angles there are.
But the film itself.
So you can, Kenneth Branagh.
Actually, like what?
Okay.
Childhood. Like,
so this was where I started to say, I'm going to watch everyone in theater. Before this, I never really there's one or two movies I'd want to go see or my parents would take me to, but this is the start of, okay, these are movies I have to see in theaters. Mm-hmm. So from here on out, every movie I've seen in theater. So Thor, I remember going to the theater and just watching it and just being like, yeah, it's good. I didn't love it, but I did sort of like how every time a Marvel movie comes out, the merchandise and cartoons and like world of that gets a big push. Mm. So like I remember watching a Thor TV show and like, seeing Thor, all this, all that. So, I liked it as a kid. I didn't love it, but I liked it. And okay, I'll let you talk about your childhood with it. We gotta keep the structure, childhood down now.
I didn't watch it until after I watched Cap.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I saw that Avengers teaser at the end, and I saw Thor there, I'm like, I gotta watch Thor. And I watched it on a lunch break with my friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
At school?
No, like at home.
Okay.
I live close to the high school.
I was gonna say, wait, how? And then, you lived right by the high school.
Yeah.
Wait, high school? Did this come out in high school?
Maybe grade 9.
Okay, right, because I wasn't in high school in grade 9. I was still in junior high, so that would make... Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't have much memories.
Yeah, because, I mean, mind you,
it doesn't come up till Cap. Yes. I have a distinct Cap memory.
Okay.
Thor, trying to remember, like, what exactly...
Okay, so, let's start off with... I just actually want to talk off with, like... So this is by Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
He is the actor-director of many Shakespeare works. So he was Hamlet. Yeah. He directed a bunch of Shakespeare movies. And you can tell that their idea of Asgard was very Shakespearean. Yes. And there's points where Loki and Thor and Odin are speaking in like iambic pentameter prose. It's like they really go for that angle. Which... Like
it's fitting in Thor.
It's fitting in Thor 1, I'd say, for sure.
Yeah.
I am happy they dropped it for like Thor 3 because oh my god, it's so good. But
I won't talk about Thor 2 later.
yeah, nope. Oh god. But no, I thought it was a good introduction to the character. Mind you, as we talked about it, there's very little Thor the superhero in the movie, as he very much gets wiped out.
They didn't do it right like they did in like I'm not going to talk about it, but I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
They didn't do they should have had more Thor in it. I don't like the Earth parts because we've seen so much of
the Earth parts are so boring. Like the only
some of Thor's humor is good.
Oh yeah, no, his humor,
his fish
like
out of
the fish out of water part is great, but
like
when it's just the humans, it's like I could care less. The only interesting one is the snarky one, Darcy. She's kind of fun.
I hate her.
Oh, I like her.
No.
I think she's fun in a snarky way.
Mew. Frick off.
Wait, I'm sorry, Mew Mew?
That's what she calls it. That's what she calls Mjolnir.
What?
The hammer?
When does
in
this happen?
movie.
What? I never heard that.
She definitely says it in the second one.
Weird. Okay. No, I see. I liked her because I like snarky female characters. But yeah, no. Oh my god, the love aspect between Thor and okay, so like Marvel movies and love suck. The only exception I can think of is probably Black Panther, which we'll get to later.
Yeah.
Right? I did pretty good, but yeah, no, I'm so happy they dropped them for future movies. Now, mind you, Eric Selvig is important in a later movie.
Yes.
And hey, I think the way that they used him in that movie was better than him here, because here it's, kind of... I get the connection to having a character who is from like Iceland and stuff.
Yeah. And
having him be like, oh, my mom used to talk about Thor and the gods and stuff. And that is a good connection. But yeah, whoa, God, the human characters are painful.
The one I think this is the movie that had the most references to the MCU as a whole.
For sure.
Because there's stuff I noticed. I'm like, I didn't remember.
I think 100% this is like where they're like, this is like Iron Man 2. I think they're still in the planning phases for what they're going to do next. This movie, when I say next, I mean like for the next like years. Yeah. I feel like as soon as Thor was out, they're like, okay, here's like the roadmap for the next 3 years. Put in a few references here and there, So, yeah, no, for sure. There's some foreshadowing,
like Hulk stuff, and not foreshadowing, just like referencing other stuff.
Well,
because when they got their gear stolen and all that, or taken away by Shield.
Yeah,
and then there were like little drops of Hydra too there in there.
Yeah, well, that's arguable because I don't 100% know if they had planned for Shield to be Hydra at this point. But you're right.
Thinking about it,
it could be. Yeah. It could be for sure.
Villain Loki.
We're
thinking Loki in Thor, not Loki in Avengers.
So I think he's actually... I know Loki, once he got to the Avengers, then he became like this awesome character everyone loved.
Yeah.
But I do think even in this movie, I think he's a good villain. Mind you, he's definitely... He's definitely weaker here than anywhere else. And he does not have a lot of his snark, which we're used to.
No.
He's definitely a lot more played down.
Too much in this movie.
Yeah, no, he definitely didn't as much. We would always make jokes because we know what his true character is. Yeah. And we were making jokes about him like off screen and stuff. But he's definitely toned down a bit because, of course, Kenneth Branagh, trying to make a Shakespearean villain who's not, mind you, I think he should have gone full Iago, in this, where he's like, very much, like reveling in evil and loves to be. But, what can you do?
The Warriors 3, what do you think of them?
Oh, they're so generic.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Like, if it wasn't for Lady Sif appearing in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I wouldn't know her name.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
The Warriors 3, or as I like to refer to them, the Stereotypes 3, are like they're necessary for the story, and I do like the stuff where they're walking around the town, and so it's like, oh, is convention going on? Or
generally
something?
Funny moments.
Yeah, no, this movie had some had some funny moments, but yeah, it was definitely like they're not characters who will be ever brought up again, I don't think.
No. Definitely not. Speaking of Thor 3.
Oh, yeah, no, thank God.
Yeah. First appearance of the fake Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes. Which at the time...
was real.
Well, at the time, I'm pretty sure was real, yeah. Where I remember seeing it as a kid and going like, oh, that's the thing from Marvel! like the fighting game, right? So I know about it, and I'm like, that's cool. I wonder if they're gonna deal with that. Little did I know how much they deal with that. And it wasn't until Thor 3 when we learned that. And what a great way to explain that.
Yeah.
Because I remember people saying, is there 2 Infinity Gauntlets? Does Asgard have a full cut Infinity Gauntlet? Is there 2? Is like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a fake. It's like, thank you. So.
That's good. Post-credit scene.
Oh, this one leads up to Avengers, pretty much. Remember? Eric Selvig is walking through there, and then you see Loki, and then Loki goes, shh, and it's like, it's so good.
Yeah, it was always weird, because of, like, Loki almost already had him possessed.
He did.
So, what does that mean he was possessed in Avengers? Like, a little bit? He was working on it.
Wait, Eric Selvig?
Yeah, he was trying to open the portal, so to let Loki in.
I don't think he was possessed.
He was influenced.
I think Loki was influencing him to get to that point. Or even just riding with him, pretty much, you know?
Completely takes all the emotional punch out of the end scene at the end, where he lets Loki go into space.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's back at the end. Anything other than Thor?
The Destroyer is... Oh, remember when, like, we were upstairs watching the movie, and it's a pretty quiet movie because there's not much action. And so, you know, we have the volume cranked up, we have surround sound, and all of a sudden the Destroyer lets loose its blast, and the whole house shakes. Because this sound is the loudest sound in any movie ever, apparently. And we're just like, Jesus! And we're really back. I'm grabbing the remote, and I'm like turning down. I'm like, well, that was loud, so that was fun.
Yeah. Stress
Tested the system. I think the Destroyer's cool. For a, not really a villain, but an obstacle.
Yeah.
And I definitely think there's some cool stuff they could just give Iron Man the Destroyer armor, because that's cool. He gets the Destroyer armor.
Like Coulson is like one of the shield agents.
Yeah,
is this one of Stark's?
This is one of Stark's?
Like, don't think so.
And I'm like, yeah, so that's where it's like 100% we're like, we're in the universe.
Yeah.
Like, there is no denying, like, this is all connected.
Speaking of universe, first appearance of Hawkeye for like 2 seconds.
Oh, right, yeah. And does not fire a single arrow in this movie, which is wonderful.
Kind of like teasing us.
He's holding the arrow, and he's like, give me the shot. Coulson's like, no. Go back to your nest, bad bird. And he's like, Coulson, I want to shoot. And he's like, no. And so it's like, fine, then he goes away. I didn't actually know that was Hawkeye when I first watched it. I thought it was just a guy with an arrow.
Oh, yeah, I think so, me too.
And then later on I learned, I'm like, oh, that's Hawkeye? That's Clint Barton, the Hawkeye? Oh, well, okay.
Huh.
And at first I was like, I don't know about him as Hawkeye. And then later on, like, once we get to Avengers, I'm like, no, I love this guy as Hawkeye.
I think that's it for Thor.
Yeah, not too much to say. Again, it's a bit more of a...
we're all over the place. We just like to...
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's more of a... It's another one of the forgettable movies. I would not recommend... Like, honestly, the origins of Thor are so whatever. Like, you don't...
It's when you get into his, like, deep... Like, his, like, more... I'm talking about Ragnarok.
Yeah.
In the deeper sense.
Like, I'd honestly say you could probably
comics.
skip both Thor movies until Ragnarok, because... We'll get to Thor 2, but I know in advance I'm not going to like rewatching that. But
you never know.
I've recently rewatched it on TV. It was bad.
Right.
But I do like how they reference the original Thor from the comics, where they give him the outfit. It says it's Donald Blake, because the original Thor, Mjolnir's just in the ground. If you pick it up and you're worthy, you become Thor. You like Shazam into him pretty much. So I do like that. That's cute, but I do like this being like, no, this guy is Thor. That's who he is. I do prefer that.
The appearance of the winged
helmet. Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, oh, he's wearing the winged helmet. I thought that wasn't a thing that they put in it because it's too cartoony, and yet, you know,
for like the first scene.
That's it. And then later on, it's like then he gets the cooler one in Ragnarok, and I thought that was the first appearance, but I'm like, oh well, no, there that is. So yeah.
All right, so Captain America, the first Avenger.
This movie's good. Although so when I went to watch this in theaters, I remember really enjoying it, But I distinctly remember thinking that the second half of the movie wasn't that good. And for me, it was because, okay, do you remember when Cap, like, there's like a montage of Cap doing all these heroic stuff as Cap?
Yeah.
Like saving people, killing the army, doing all this stuff.
It kind of like falls off the rails.
It really goes fast all the way up until he's in the bar drinking with the friends, and then he meets up with Peggy. Remember,
With the
he's
friends
with the Howling Commandos and Bucky. They're all drinking in the bar in New York, and then Peggy is there in the red dress, and then they dance.
What?
What?
Was this at the second part of the movie or the first
The
part?
second part.
I don't remember that.
What? You don't remember all of them drinking
I
and
kind of like blanked out for a bit at around the second mid part.
So yeah, I will say like that movie has a wonderful.
I think
beginning.
that's because that's when we watched the Infinity War trailer, and that's when.
Oh
my
yeah,
mind was
right.
there. Yeah.
No, that movie has an amazing beginning, but I still feel that the second half is weaker.
Yeah.
Once it goes into montage mode, and then even the ending is pretty.
All his origin stuff is really interesting.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And you really get to go from Steve the small guy, and oh my god, the CGI head
first,
on the body.
If you don't look at it, if you don't look at it right on, it's fine. But like you can see
when I first watched it, I didn't even know that was CGI. I watched it
at the time it was amazing CGI,
and I'm like, wow, it's cool. He's all buff now, and it's like it looked really good. But now that I know. Oh my god, it's so hard to watch. It's sort of like when you learn that Power Rangers, like half the scenes are filmed in Japan and it goes between American scenes and Japanese scenes. Once you know that, you will see the changes between Japan and America and see them cut between it. It's like, once you see that, you can't unsee it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah. But no, the whole beginning part is so good.
Oh, it's
and
awesome.
I would honestly recommend this movie to anyone for it.
The talk between, what's his name? The mentor.
Yeah, the mentor guy. I don't know his name.
On the beds.
Yeah,
that was like really powerful.
It's really good.
Bucky, it's really weird seeing him all happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, for sure. No, honestly, when I first saw Bucky as Winter Soldier, not jump ahead of it, but I didn't even realize it was the same guy.
Really?
So I'm like, it's so different looking
Yeah.
seeing him with the long hair and stuff. But
before we get to villains, I'm just trying to think of a standout scene.
The musical number.
Oh yeah, that's where my mind went right away.
It's so good.
Yeah.
What about the what's his name? Men in Black guy.
Oh,
He's great.
yeah.
I totally forget his name, but the older guy from Men in Black. Yeah, I don't know his name. We should have grabbed a list of name actors, whatever. But he's so good.
Yeah.
He's like, because I feel like some movies when they have a army sergeant, they overplay it.
Yeah.
They're like I will make you shit in a bowl and eat it because your mama don't.
Like
It's
the
like,
Full Metal not Alchemist. Full
that
Metal Jacket.
that's an anime.
The guy from FMJ.
Yes, yeah, that is. I feel like they either do that or they don't make him hard enough.
Yeah.
So this guy is a really good balance where
Yeah.
he feels intimidating, but he's human.
Yeah.
And you know that
He cares.
He cares.
A scene in the movie that
Where he's sending the letters out and
or even before that when he throws a grenade.
yeah, and then you don't see him scoff it off. He's like, oh,
Yeah. He's like,
okay, yeah.
maybe
So
this guy isn't worthless.
yeah, so no, it's like that. The Cap is a wonderful movie. I do think again the second half is once he becomes Captain America.
Yeah, that scene where he could become like, not when he becomes, but like when the transformation.
Yeah.
And then the first scene where he runs after the HYDRA guy.
Oh no, I'm talking about when he becomes Captain America,
wears
the
the suit?
superhero with the suit.
He goes for the bad guys.
Not where he puts on the helmet and runs into the war to save the Howling Commandos. I think that's a good scene where then he goes to save Bucky and stuff. It's after that where there's a montage of him saving people.
Oh, yeah.
That I feel like after that point I'm like, you just skipped half the movie, I feel like.
Yeah.
And it really skips through it quickly right up to the final confrontation.
Final confrontation. Red Skull.
Okay. I love Red Skull's actor.
Oh, he's amazing actor.
He's so good. And I feel like he hams up Red Skull just enough where he still feels like a cartoon Nazi villain.
Yeah,
but at
right.
the same time, he still feels threatening. And he has that little German accent. And, and he has the Red Skull mobile.
Yeah.
And so I feel like
really good. He's like the most comic book villain.
he's the most... he's our giant Red Skull Nazi. Yeah. I feel like he's done really well. Although it's it really is HYDRA itself is the bad guy. He's just kind of not he's
the face.
He's the face of HYDRA right now, but he's not really the true bad guy. The bad guy is the war, really.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot. I do wish he didn't die. Which we noted when he holds the gem,
he
disappears.
He doesn't get fried.
Yeah, so it's the space gem.
Marvel has enough money now that they could pay him
to come back.
To come back in Avengers 4.
Yeah, for sure. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Thanos in Infinity War pop down on a planet, and you see this guy in a Red Skull come. It's you want to know who's the strongest one? It is Hitler. He is the strongest one, and then Thanos just punches him out or something just even something like that. I don't know. They can bring him back, but. I really liked him as
secondary villain, Arnim Zola.
I'd argue he's not really even a villain.
He's more of a villain in the second one.
He's more of a villain in the series, but in this one, he's kind of just a bumbling sidekick to Red Skull. He himself also looks like a comic book character.
Yeah.
Just because of his actor, mostly, but...
Yeah. First appearance of the first Infinity Stone in the MCU?
Yes, but I don't know if it was immediately planned to be an Infinity Stone.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I remember. What's this Tesseract thing?
Yeah,
Why is it so
just
important?
a blue cube.
Yeah.
And, it's a powerful cube, and it sends him into space, but we don't know the exact details about it yet, for sure. So,
again, which adds credence to the fact that Red Skull got teleported, because
that's
what the Space Stone can do.
Yes, so... good movie, all in all. This
really solid movie.
This one's a really solid movie.
This has been the first it felt the most MCU-ish before Avengers.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
After credits.
Oh yeah, one thing.
Oh yeah.
When I was in the theater, this is the first MCU movie I saw in the theater.
Nice.
I remember the part where the guy gets destroyed in that.
He gets killed super hard.
Yeah, and I heard this crying, and then this woman and her kid had to leave.
Wow. And get owned.
Super brutal. I'm
whoa. That death is oh jeez.
Yeah, it's whoa.
He not only gets shredded, you see the
evaporates.
You see the blood and everything.
Disappear like Red Skull.
Yeah, no, he's that dude's dead.
All right, after credit scene. Were there two?
It was just
the Avengers teaser.
It was just the Avengers.
Which?
Well, no. There's two. There's the Avengers scene of him boxing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then there's
it's the first scene. We can kind of add that end scene where he wakes up in modern day.
No, that's not in the credits.
No, that isn't. But it could almost be
it could be. But the first after credits scene is just a scene from the Avengers.
Yeah,
and then
a trailer.
No. It's the one where he's boxing in the gym.
No, when he's wrapping his finger, then it slow mo's and then goes in the trailer right
No,
after.
it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Yeah, it does.
No, the scene, it does the normal scene. You see him boxing in the gym, and then you see Nick Fury walk in, and then it cuts out. That's the end of the first one.
No.
And then it does the trailer.
Yeah, right after. It doesn't do credits between.
Oh, whatever. Whatever.
I know for sure, because I've watched it
Okay.
The first time I don't remember much, but I remember it hyping me up enough to go watch Thor.
Wow.
Wanted to make sure I watch all these movies.
That's I gotta say, that's pretty ballsy to be at the end, to have a trailer at the end of I get teases, but this was a theatrical trailer pretty much.
But it was a hype.
Oh, yeah.
Even then when watching it now,
yeah,
it got me hyped. I'm rewatching these movies, and it's come to this point. It's oh my god, I can't wait till Avengers.
Yeah.
Both times.
All right.
Not much. It's a trailer.
Yeah, it was just a trailer.
And the actual scene was in Avengers 2, so.
Not Avengers 2, it was in Avengers 1.
Avengers T000.
There you go.
Yeah.
And okay, let's move into then the big one.
The big one.
The big one. Now, I've seen this movie so many times.
Me too.
I've played games like Lego Avengers where it does it shot for shot. And I still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I still, like, mind you, it has lost a bit of its luster. With, like, you know, now that we've seen them all together more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times.
Yeah.
You know, but it's the fact that...
It's where everything started.
It's where everything started. And, you know, there's little bits and pieces where you're like, this is the start of something big.
The New York battle is the most important event in the MCU, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's the start where everyone's like, 1, superheroes are real. 2, are superheroes good?
Yeah.
Because they kind of brought this on to us. And, you know, 3, we can get multiple superheroes?
Yeah.
What? So, yeah. Also, you know what I'd say? This movie definitely plays the superheroes correctly. And what I say is, like, I directly think about, like, what was around the time? Was this Superman Returns or Batman Begins for...
This came out in 2012.
Okay. Do you know what was on the DC side?
Dark Knight Rises, I believe.
Yeah.
It was the end of the Batman trilogy.
I didn't like what they treated superheroes. Because I watched those movies. I'm not a DC fan, but I watched those movies.
Oh, Dark Knight Rises is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie.
So I don't like how I know, but I just don't like how Zack Snyder treats the heroes as wanting to fight their personal battles before they save the people. So, like, for instance, when I see the scene in Avengers where Cap's like, let's organize the police to save the people. You go here, save these people. You be a hero and save these people. That's what I love about heroes. They're not the only heroes. We have heroes among us, and these heroes are helping the real heroes, you know?
Yeah.
And we see that in Avengers 2. We see that in every Marvel movie going forward. And I love that about this movie. And I thought it was so refreshing to finally see a superhero movie that treats the superheroes as equals to the superheroes that walk among us. You know? So I love that.
Yeah. But, yeah. They couldn't take down that. I don't think real life, or, like, humans can take down a Chitauri airship.
No. But I mean, like, but what I'm saying is that, like, it doesn't just turn the people into
I know
either.
What you're saying.
Like, the people aren't a casualty number in, you know, Batman versus Superman, where just millions have died. You know, or
speaking of Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. That's
Man of Steel came out.
Sorry, I just all those movies blur together. But it doesn't turn the people into obstacles. You know.
Yeah, you're right.
And so it treats the people as people. And as superheroes have to save people. So it's not, let's save the buildings, it's let's save the people.
Yeah.
So I do like that a lot about the battle for New York, you know? Man, screw Man of Steel. Sorry.
Actually, the Steel book for Man of Steel.
Why?
I don't know.
Is it for the irony of the fact that it's Man of Steel book?
I think so.
God.
But theater experience, one of the best I think anyone who goes... I think before the movie came out, there was buzz in the school.
Oh, yeah, this was...
Everyone's, like, trying to spoil it, like, hey, Adrian.
Wait, what?
You know, Tony Stark dies in
You had people trying to...
Oh, yeah.
You have bad friends.
I had bad friends.
Dude, there was not that. All my friends swore, like, blood oaths of secrecy and were like, until we all know what this movie is about, we're not going to talk about it. We're all going to go see it pretty much as soon as possible. We were dope about it. I think we went to see it, like, pretty much all as a group, too.
Yeah, I invited, like, a lot of people.
Did you get the commemorative cup? I
those
did.
were like those are the big reasons I went to the Marvel movies around the Phase 2 mark, is to get those figures on the cups.
Well, this was one where I said to myself, this is a big event. I'm going to get this cup.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like, that was... Oh, man, that was good. I think I saw it in South Common.
Yeah, me too.
So, like, we might have even been in the same theater, and we didn't know each other at that point.
Wow.
Could have entirely been true. So, no, I mean, I can definitely see why...
there's not much to talk about in terms of, like...
You know, characters meet, characters fight, but they don't fight for too long, and they work together. Now, okay,
I kind of half like that this movie it doesn't bring up the past
too much. It
much?
brings up a little bit, but not
It's
too
very
much.
like
Yeah.
solo. It's the most solo Avengers movie.
Oh yeah, arguably, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to have any knowledge really because it tells you everything.
If you know these superheroes exist, I think you're good enough.
So, question: how did you react to Coulson's death?
Ooh, the first time? Oof, I don't even.
I remember watching it and being like, "Aw, I liked him." And then, you know what my next thought was? They'll get the Life Stone and revive him. Next movie, I'm sure. And I was like, yeah, then the next step is we gotta go get the Life Gem and save him. I'm like, whatever. It's no big deal. Soul Gem, one of them. Little did I know that before the next movie, they'd bring him back anyways for the TV show.
Yeah.
But, it's like, I remember watching it and just being like, oh, it kind of sucks, but it brings them together. But, it was until Coulson died, I didn't see him as that important, though. I just saw him as a character that appeared in a couple movies. Like, it's kind of neat. But then when he died, I'm like...
Just how, Martin Freeman is. He's, almost the second Coulson. Everett Ross?
I mean,
Civil War
I
and Black
guess... he's like a Black Panther character, though, right?
I do, yeah.
Like, Coulson is an original character.
Fair. But, you know what I'm
Yeah.
coming from.
Yeah, I
in
get
terms
it.
of connectivity.
I get... Yeah, for sure. No.
Coulson, was, the glue.
Yes. Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, literally, he was the glue that then brought them together.
Yeah.
So, no, I definitely think that, this movie is not much to say other than it is the start of something grand, and just rewatching it, it's still good.
Do you get the same feeling as I do when I watch this movie? It's just solid.
I think, when I watch it, I feel both the word solid and the word important are in my mind.
Yeah.
This not even just for Marvel movies, but this is, I think, the first
this was
crossover movie ever.
Yeah.
I can't think of another movie.
It's going to be cemented in cinematic history.
That brings together all these characters from not only the same actors, I mean, aside from Hulk.
Yeah.
But then also there's different studios involved. There's different all this stuff, and they really worked hard to bring it together. And it's had many copycats. Remember, there's the Universal Monsterverse.
The start of the cinematic universe trend.
It started. I think it gave us the word cinematic universe.
Yeah,
that's not a phrase that was anything until now.
Yeah,
so.
Not even in the solo movies before it.
No, I think until the Avengers,
the term MCU wasn't a thing.
No, it was the Marvel movies, and now it's the MCU.
Yeah,
because then when Avengers came out, we started to get MCU comics that are in the MCU universe, MCU shows and canon stuff. So yeah, definitely, Avengers is where everything started, and it's just as fun to rewatch. Yeah,
standout scenes is the.
Okay,
Iron Man and Thor.
Wait. Do you remember the first time you saw Hulk punch Thor and Hulk destroy Loki?
Oh, I laughed my ass off.
Those were when I saw that, the theater was gone.
Yeah.
Both of those were some of the funniest things we've ever seen, and now we're kind of used to the Marvel humor, so it loses a bit of its luster. But the first time, we're like, that's real physical humor. I'm sure Charlie Chaplin, cried in his grave a smile of joy at this pure physical humor that anyone can enjoy, So it's definitely this is where a lot of the stuff started. And I know some people don't like Joss Whedon's writing and what Joss Whedon does to some characters, especially when we get to the second movie. But I
have
feel
a lot of feelings on that movie.
But I feel like this movie treats every character right.
Yeah, everyone gets their time.
Everyone gets their time. Mind you, the Avengers team is pretty small at this point.
Yeah.
The only one I'd argue doesn't have a lot of time is Hawkeye, because he's brainwashed pretty much the whole time.
Yeah,
But once he's out of it, then, yeah, he's awesome. And I remember coming out of the movie thinking, I want to see more Hawkeye. And then come Avengers 2, you get a lot more Hawkeye.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. No, this movie is just super fun. It's a fun movie. That's the word.
It is. It's a very fun movie. Standout scene though is not the spin around. That's an iconic scene. That's going to be cemented. For years
in history for sure.
But the ones that it starts with Black Widow and then traverses around the city and all the Avengers are fighting.
Oh yeah, For sure.
And then it ends with the Hulk punch.
Do you remember when Loki calls Black Widow a mewling quim?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently that's like super offensive.
Huh.
And I remember seeing articles like, here's why the Avengers is bad and Joss Whedon should die. She calls her a whore in like 5 languages. And it's like, oh my god, you guys. But
the soundtrack is also one of the best.
Oh yeah, it's great.
One of the
Mind you, I've heard it a million times playing the Lego game, but you know what? Like, yeah, like it's beat for beat really good. Like, and when I mean beat for beat, I'm not talking about the music. I'm about like the movie. Like each movie beat is great. You know?
Yeah, it has that like structure that's really enjoyable.
It doesn't overload in any way. No. It's perfectly balanced. You know, it's not like, I haven't even seen it yet, but I'm gonna say Justice League. You know?
Oh, Justice League. Ooh.
So, well,
villain. Loki Avengers.
Oh my god, what a good villain. And like, honestly, remember when Loki Fever was like, because of this movie, and all the girls were like, Loki, give us my panties, you know, stuff like that. So like, remember when he came out in Comic-Con and yelled Neil, and like everyone like died?
Remember that.
So like, yeah, so like this Loki led to the Loki we know and love.
Yeah.
Like 100%, you know, and I do like how, well, he's a scheming little piece of trash, he gets his comeuppance really hard.
Oh, yeah.
And even when he's like, look at me, I'm over here, you can't hurt me. And then it's like, yeah, we can. And he's like, oh no. And like, it's like, he's a villain that definitely is, you know, put into a position of power by someone higher up, but is not fully equipped for that. And he has his faults are his downfall.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
he got a little bit too power hungry at the end.
Yeah. I remember, but I remember, just a random thought I remember having. I remember watching and thinking, this kind of sucks that it's this weird Chitauri race and it's not like the Kree, right?
Yeah.
I remember thinking, why didn't you pick a cool, like, iconic, or the Skrull, like an iconic villain race, right? And it's because, yeah, they had plans further down the line to really use those characters, right? And so, yeah, no, Chitauri, like, were in the comics, but they were, like, super boring.
Yeah.
But I feel like
they were a good,
they were good
dummy
fodder.
Enemies.
Yeah, they were good fodder for, because if you have Loki controlling them, you don't want them to have too much character, otherwise then it's hard to balance the bad guys and, you know, Loki. So this one is definitely Loki's the villain with random aliens as his vehicle. The Leviathan is cool though.
Oh, yeah.
And I definitely remember there being, like, I thought there was more than one Leviathan, like, before the bunch of them fly through the sky. And I'm like, no, watching it, there's only real one Leviathan, and then a bunch came out.
Yeah.
But I remember watching and thinking there was more in the scene, and it's like, no, there's only one.
Yeah.
Okay, so, big question. Post-credits scene.
I do have a distinct memory, but it's not my reaction.
Okay.
So when he turned his head, one of my friends,
Yeah?
Bruce, oh my god, it's Apocalypse! And at this moment, I'm like, who the hell's Apocalypse? I'm like, and I'm getting hyped. I'm like, who's Apocalypse? That's cool. And this is before I knew who Thanos was.
You didn't know... Okay,
No,
you know what? Okay,
I didn't have any previous history with Marvel Comics.
So, but, okay, I only know Thanos because I played Marvel 2.
Right.
And he's in it and he throws bubbles. So I was like, is it the Bubble Boy? And he looks really different in this one from what we have Thanos now.
Because it's been like 10 years.
Yeah.
No, not 10 years. Like a long time.
Yeah, so I almost feel like they teased him too early.
No, I think it was good. I think it was perfect because it's like...
Because I definitely remember post that, everyone's like, well, next movie they're fighting Thanos. Like, everyone thought it was going to be right away, and they didn't realize, no, wait. Thanos, that was a teaser. We have ways to go for him.
Well, now it's cool to see, like, he's, like, the main villain of the MCU.
For now.
For
the first 3 phases, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep, and this will be forever known as the Thanos arc, which is, that'll be cool.
That'll be cool.
Oh god, what if they go to Eternity next? Oh jeez.
I want them to go to Galactus next.
They can't. Okay, they can't.
They can.
No, they can't.
They can now.
No.
Why?
Wait a sec. Disney bought Fox.
Yeah.
let's not have big dumb purple cloud.
Yeah, like
Not even purple gray with purple lightning. God, that movie sucked. God, why did Rise of the Silver Surfer exist?
I remember like being hyped for it too.
Oh God. I've even I as a wee child remember watching that movie and go, that's not Galactus. I know Galactus is a big purple man. That's a cloud. Why would you?
Okay, so it's nothing big. It was the beginning of the like jokey post-credit scenes.
The shawarma, yeah.
Shawarma.
Oh yeah, because I feel like it was also the beginning of where, like, again, I didn't get to see it originally because I was walking out because it's on first credit scene, like they're not going to do more. Eventually, we get up to 5 of them in later movies. But, like, you know, so then I walked out and then I just Googled it right after. You know, it was on YouTube right away when someone told me there was a scene after. I'm like, okay, let's watch this. But, yeah. Definitely established a lot of the humor of the Marvel movies with, you know, where it's going from now on. And it's... I don't know. Not much else to say.
No. So, wrapping up Phase 1. Favorite Phase 1 movie?
Cap.
For me?
I mean, Avengers is the obvious choice.
Okay.
Like,
it's definitely Iron Man.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. No, I'd say, like, other than Avengers, which I'll happily throw on whenever, and it would even have it playing on repeat. Like it's a movie you could watch at any point and enjoy.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like, you know, despite the weaker second half, like, I think Cap is a good era movie and just a good movie in general, and has a great hero.
Yeah, for sure. Least favorite Phase 1 movie?
I'm gonna say... You know what? Well, like, Thor had its down points. I'd honestly say Hulk because of the boringness of it at times.
It's a toss-up between Hulk and Thor, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely a toss-up between them. I think there's enough... Like, there's subtle humor in Thor that's really funny. There's a lot of, like, you can laugh at the canted angles. And, like, I enjoy the Shakespearean prose of Asgard, you know. I like that. I found Hulk to just be a little more boring, which is worse for me than laughably bad.
Because what I'm thinking is, like, would I rather watch Hulk or Thor? And I'd rather watch Thor.
Oh, definitely, yeah. So...
All right. So
well,
that's our hour and 7-minute discussion of Phase 1.
Now let's jump ahead a little bit. Because what we just watched recently, just a few days ago, you watched it twice.
I did watch it twice.
Are you going to watch it a third time?
No.
Okay. I heard a phone call that you were having, and I'm like, is he organizing a third movie visit?
No.
Okay. So, Black Panther.
I loved it.
Top 5, for sure.
For sure.
I don't know if I'd place it any higher. Because
there's some...
I feel like, I'm just going to say this right now, from the amount of people I heard praising the movie, I almost thought it was like, it was really good, but definitely like it didn't reach the height I was hyped up for.
Everyone's like riding high on the Phase 3 train, like after Guardians 2, after Spider-Man, after Thor.
Oh yeah, no, I feel like it's up there with all those movies in terms of quality.
Oh yeah,
it's really good, but definitely
it's
like
honestly, I think one of the best solo MCU movies.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
and definitely. Like, I'm just trying to think, you don't need any outside knowledge of, like, aside from the post-credits scene. Like, even the scene that's just Civil War... there might be spoilers.
There will be spoilers.
There will?
Yes.
Okay, there will be spoilers. So, if you're done, just shut the podcast off now. We're pretty much
at the end. It's a good movie, go see it.
It's a good movie, go see it if you haven't... Okay.
Yeah.
So, the Civil War scenes... I think are...
Which was at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, it's at the beginning. I feel like they give enough context that you don't even need to watch Civil War to
understand. They give a reason why his dad's dead.
Yep.
And then,
Yep, that's all you need. So I feel like it's 100% standalone, pretty much.
Which I think is why I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. The post-credit scene, which we'll get to later, is... obviously connected.
Yes, and we were kind of joking, like, wow, he wasn't asleep for very long.
Yeah. It does take place a week after.
A
Civil
week
War.
after?
Yeah.
A week. So he's asleep for about a week.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean, Shuri's like smarter than Tony
I know,
Stark,
but still, it's still like,
and she has access to vibranium.
That's true. I do like the subtle foreshadowing to Bucky earlier, where, you know, another white boy for me to fix. Which, as soon as I heard that, I'm like, she's talking about Bucky.
Yeah.
Some other people that we were watching it didn't really get that, but I knew right away.
Yeah.
Okay.
The feel of this movie is so unique.
It's like the number one word that comes to my mind is this is cool.
So cool.
It's so cool. The music, the just everything that you see is so cool. Whether it be the more tribal style stuff or whether it be the more modern rap hip hop stuff, both of them kind of blend together and mix into this just super cool package. Even when it starts playing, when they're in Korea and it's playing like K-pop and you're
Speaking
like,
of Korea,
this is really cool.
That whole Korea scene is my favorite scene in the movie.
The whole Korea scene is awesome. It's such... I know Marvel movies almost can sometimes feel episodic, where you have like an episode 1, 2, 3 thing going on, where you have like the beginning of the movie can feel like one episode, the middle of the movie feels like another episode, then the ending feels like another episode.
Yeah.
This is especially true in Civil War. But for this movie, like the middle part is just so perfect for both the hero side and the villain side. Like it's so interesting.
Yeah, for sure. We don't see a lot of Killmonger in the middle.
But we see a lot of Claw.
We'll get to the villains later, but the South Korea scene, the part that stands out in mind, one of my favorite parts of the movie is when they start like getting into the fight when they get found.
Yeah,
or found out, and then the camera pans up to the second level, and Okay is like spinning her spear, and it does that tribal music.
It's
like,
good.
What's the tribe called?
The
five.
Oh, I have
the word.
Dude, you're asking the wrong person.
the woman with the spear.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
she's like spinning the thing, and the theme's playing, and then she pushes him over, and it's like, oh my god,
it's good.
This movie's blowing my mind right now.
It's really good.
And then the chase scene is like,
oh my god,
when he gets into the suit, it's like, ah.
Okay, so the whole thing about Shuri and like the remote control switches, which she can drive, is, and then she drives it out of like sand hologram stuff. Yeah. I'm like, that's the most creative thing I've ever seen, and will lead to 1,000,005 interesting like scenes in the future for like especially like in the next movie. Even we see that it's in Wakanda, so it's like, what's gonna happen, you know? So it's like, definitely, Shuri is probably one of my favorite new characters ever.
Honestly, yeah,
she's so
awesome.
good. From the moment you see her,
I can't wait till
and like everything's all tribal, and you see like the tribes and stuff. And you see her just in like a regular t-shirt, and she flips him the finger, and you're like, okay,
she's very rebellious. I like it.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
Can't wait till her and Tony Stark. Inevitably, they have to.
Oh, 100%.
Like they have to.
They're gonna pool their resources, and it's gonna be awesome.
Well, that's like 100% the reason Tony Stark has the bleeding edge in Infinity War.
Oh, I never even thought of that. You're right.
Yeah, that's like
nice. Okay. What else?
I don't want to get into villains yet because it's like,
what? Why not?
Because like the Warrior Fall stuff is really cool too.
Oh yeah, that's definitely really cool.
Like both with Manape and
let's not use that name.
What's his name?
M'Baku. Let's not call him the name that they decided to not use because it is incredibly racist.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
M'Baku and Killmonger both are really
Did you hear about the thing in India about the movie?
No.
So you know how they say glory to Hanuman, right? For the M'Baku's tribe?
Yeah.
So like the so they all use different like worldly gods. Like Bast is the Egyptian god for cats and stuff, and Hanuman, and I totally only know this because of Persona. Thanks, Persona. Hanuman is the Indian god of monkeys, right? In India, that's removed. They just say glory to and then silence because they're actually afraid to reference that god there. Huh. So yeah, that was interesting. But as soon as they said glory to Hanuman, I'm like, I get that, monkeys. So that was cool.
And see, okay, let's go into the villains.
Yeah, because we can't avoid this for that long. Okay, well, let's start with Claw.
Yeah, let's start with Claw.
So I actually like when I saw Claw in
Age of Ultron.
I'm
really looking forward to.
Yeah, he's kind of cool, but he's he needs a bit more. And
gets the arm,
and is so much funnier in this one.
Oh yeah,
he's a giggly little guy. Yeah, you know,
I like him. I was worried because I wasn't worried, but like he was more serious in Age of Ultron.
He was very serious,
but I guess he kind of had to be. He's
but
in front of a
to be fair,
giant robot
compared to Ultron, who is Meme Master 5000. He's definitely it's a different tone for sure. I will say, gets axed off quicker than I expected.
Yeah, I kind of sad. honestly.
A little
'Cause,
bit.
like, Claw's like one of the... He's
the main Black Panther villain.
Yeah, and he just gets killed off right away. So it's...
But it does make Killmonger have a bit more emphasis on this guy means business.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Killmonger is really good. Let's go into him.
Killmonger is one, like, top... I want to say my favorite MCU villain.
I like
But then
Vulture a little bit
Vulture.
more. I
really want to watch Homecoming again.
the twist with
Vulture.
the Vulture is one of the best in cinematic history. And I remember everyone was so worried about, Spider-Man Homecoming spoilers being like in the trailers and stuff, but like no one saw that coming, and the whole theater gasped audibly.
I remember in the theater I was like,
so I still think Vulture's better, but this guy's number 2, 100%.
oh yeah, his motivations are the best in the MCU.
Well, because he's not wrong per
No,
se.
he's like...
It's
Black
the
Panther
most
learns from him.
Yeah, it's the most human thing where it's not good and evil. It's not like, the comic book villains we talked about in Phase 1 where they're like
Red Skull.
where it's like, I'm a villain. Ooh,
Red Skull.
I poop on babies. It's like no. This guy is a human. He has a different
This guy
opinion.
got fucked over and he wants to make
really
things
badly.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
and especially it deals with which is really important for a movie of talking about like culture and stuff, the idea of should we make reparations for the mistakes of our ancestors, and to what extent should we ourselves take the blame for what our ancestors did. Do we recognize this, do we try to fix this, do we ignore it? So like it's like that's to say this movie has social commentary is almost an understatement, because this movie has things to say about the world.
Oh, yeah.
Which I've definitely heard some people complain about, because they are very much, did you hear that we live in kind of the Texas of Canada, that there was that they actually brought a bunch of inner city youth to go watch the movie here. So they pulled up money, a bunch of inner city youth got to go see it. There was people complaining that they're being given propaganda by watching this, and it's like, so where we live, and I'm sure in the southern states, there's people who look at this and they think it's propaganda, right? So I think people need to take sticks out of their butts, and like realize like this is like
be open to stuff,
and not like honestly, this is a good movie.
It's
like,
amazing.
Like, it's really good. So like you can't, I don't know. I'm digging a really deep hole, and I gotta move away from this.
On the less side of things, how it affects the MCU in universe with the vibranium.
Yes, vibranium.
It's going to affect the entire world.
Well, like it reminds me a lot of Thor 3's ending, where it's like, just like how Thor 3 ends, and there's a new country.
Yeah.
It's like we're space people and we're going to have a new country in Iceland or whatever. And it's like this one, it's like, oh yeah, by the way, that one African country? Just kidding, we're super science rich people. So it's like world changing for sure. Oh, yeah. And there's going to be, I'm definitely going to say, come the next couple movies, we're going to see average cities, flying cars are going to be a bit more normal.
Yeah.
We're going to see more flying cars. We're going to see hover tech. We're going to see, the trade's going to start. And it's going to futurize the Marvel universe.
This almost doesn't have as big impact as it did as Winter Soldier did, but it's going to have a similar impact.
Yes, for sure.
In the MCU.
It's world changing for sure, and it's gonna affect everything. But at the same time, it affects it on the local level with the idea of the Wakandan outreach program and the helping street kids, and I think just a wonderful message in the movie of what can use your resources to help people.
You have everything. Why not share it?
Yeah, for sure.
But back to Killmonger.
Yes, because we kind of swerved away. Okay.
He was the part where, at the beginning, I'm like, this guy's a bad guy. He's like, you didn't really know his motivation at the time. He was intimidating, but he wasn't scary. The part where he got really scary and really threatening was Warriors Falls.
Yes.
Right when he broke the spear and he's getting ready, he's and he took off his shirt and with all because when he showed off his bumps, I'm like, Those are a few bumps.
Yeah, and then he takes off his whole body, and you're like, oh, yes.
This guy means business.
Michael B. Jordan, amazing job.
Oh,
so
he
good.
redeemed himself so much.
So good.
Did you see Fantastic Four, the reboot?
No, and I refuse to.
In that one.
But it's no, he does such a good job. And you know what? Shoutouts to the biggest weeb in Hollywood getting a big movie. He's like, he's
such a cool dude.
I remember once he was like, people are going through his Twitter, and like in like 2013 or something, he tweeted like a manga site. It's like, yo, when do you update for Naruto? And it's like, it's so good. So like, yeah, he's great. I love like just his style, his armor, everything.
And like during the final battle where like T'Challa's like, this is tradition. I'm not done yet. And it's like, I'm gonna get you. And he's like, what's up?
Yeah, well, because you really see the difference between like, you know, because the whole movie is about the difference between, you know, living in a place of, you know, culture, like you know, the culture and, you know, that versus what's it like on the streets. And what's the street culture like? And it's a meeting of that, you know, and you definitely see, he brings that in a lot. And it's very interesting to see how it all works out. And in the end, they walk out as, you know, common brothers pretty much, even though he realizes, you know, he can't be here. And I actually did wish that he survived and joined as a good guy, but
that ending, the part where he died, his death scene was really powerful.
Oh yeah,
it's insanely powerful.
Now, mind you, I've heard a lot of people saying that they cried from it. I didn't personally.
No, I don't think.
I found Yondu's death. Yondu's death ruined me.
Because this guy's a villain, and you obviously rooting against him.
That's true. That's true.
He makes you more think.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Or he makes T'Challa
especially the
changes ways of life.
The throw me in the ocean like my ancestors.
That's the part where
like
hits people.
That's
powerful.
That's wow. You know, like it's what a really good villain.
And he almost convinces T'Challa to like open up.
In the end, arguably he wins. He
does, but like he half wins. He doesn't win as in the sense of waging war on the world.
I'd almost argue, what if that wasn't even his true plan? You know, like maybe
that was his plan. That was his plan to overthrow like
leaders. Yeah, I know you're right. You're right.
And become like a dictatorship.
Yeah,
Wakanda.
You're right.
Yeah. The third act, I feel like Marvel's got third acts down now.
I've actually heard people complaining about the third act
of this movie.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Actually, I heard, and I will say, the CGI rhinos aren't the best rhinos.
No, yeah, that's right.
But it's better than using real rhinos, which are super endangered. So I'm not going to complain about CGI rhinos.
I think Thor's third act, Thor 3's third act was better.
Yes. Yep.
But this one was still like awesome because like it started with like the Civil War.
Yep.
On the field.
Well, literal civil war this time, you know.
Yeah. And then...
Okay, can we just give a shout-out just to M'Baku? He's such a good character. When I first saw him, I'm like, he's kind of a generic sort of, you know, villain guy. Yeah, but then once they go to their camp and stuff, and I'm like, and then they make the vegetarian joke.
That's the part I have an issue with.
What?
I think they should have kept him as a serious guy.
No, I love it because I like it. I like it so much because it's
the part where he's like, "Is this done? Are you done?" I'm like, "You kind of ruined the moment." Too.
No, I like that.
I didn't like that.
I like that as his personality because then it shows he is in the comics also a hero.
I guess
like he's not a bad guy. He's like he hated at first the ancestor stuff, but now he's a bro with T'Challa. Now that T'Challa's like, yo, you can come and join in our clan and stuff.
I guess.
And so he's like, it's made up for it.
But I don't know. I just didn't vibe with it.
I liked it.
Fair enough. What do you think about like Everett Ross in the movie?
I mean, he's
a connecting tissue of the MCU. Honestly, he kind of disappears
at
the end.
I'm going to be honest. Having a white guy on the party, actually, it's sort of. I'm not going to say it. Well, how am I going to say this? I'm going to try to it's so tough to say this. Like, what I'm trying to say is he recontextualizes the scenes. As in, this guy who's, like, everyone else, when they see stuff in this movie, like when they see stuff in Wakanda, they know what's happening. He, like us, is an outsider.
Outsider looking in. Just say that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like but he definitely, like, when he's there,
I know what you're talking about.
You see the way he's thinking about it,
Yeah.
and it's sort of like the way you're thinking about it, you know? So,
because he's like, oh shit, this shit's cool, and like,
yeah, so definitely, like, I feel like he kind of represents, you know, the average viewer. Yeah. So, you know, yeah.
Outsider looking in.
Yeah,
that's
for
all
sure.
needs to be said.
Okay. I wonder if people thought, oh no, what's he gonna say? Oh no, what's he gonna say? Look, I'm sick still, okay? My brain's not all there.
Black Panther himself. I noticed that we haven't been talking about Black Panther himself.
Well, I mean, to be fair, as we talked about right after the movie, the Black Panther character is not too much in this movie.
No,
he's
which I'm fine with.
The beginning, he's in Korea, and he's in the ending.
Yeah.
The rest of it is about T'Challa.
The suit is only needed when he needs it.
Yes. And definitely, I think that works. Mm-hmm. Because
I found the politics and, like, the actual, like, Wakanda itself more interesting than Black Panther himself. I like found like the tech really cool.
You know what? I'd say if we didn't see Black Panther in Civil War, then I'd be wanting more.
Oh yeah.
But the fact that we've seen him in Civil War, we've seen how he works. We're like, and from here on out, from every crossover movie, we will see Black Panther. We won't see much of, you know, the politics or Wakanda.
Yeah.
So definitely, it's like, for this movie, we get to see the other side, and that's important. But going forward, we'll see mostly Black Panther do cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I just say, they gave him a burst. A Guilty Gear burst. Which, because I remember when I'm first thinking about it, I'm like, you know, there's really not much different between Batman and Black Panther. Other than, he has claws instead of just punching. And, you know, one's a bat, one's a panther. They both are rich. They both, you know...
One has superpowers.
So, yeah, he does have the superpowers. But, I mean, Bruce is strong also. He's also trained, right?
I guess.
Like, he fights Superman. He's trained.
But T'Challa can leap.
Yes, that's true.
Like, remember in South Korea?
Yes.
Where he leaped up the stairs?
But then, you know, they gave him something to really differentiate him, which is the burst suit. You know, which is, you know, that's his definitely interesting gimmick. And they use it in really cool ways with, like, oh, you're firing bullets at me? I'm going to walk towards you and psh, you know, like, it's really cool. I thought that was a really dope thing to give him that was different. Well, at the same time, not like a, you know, it's not like, oh, grapple hook action Batman or something, you know, so it's like, I like that.
And they got to really, like, find a good villain to, like, threaten Black Panther with. Oh, he felt a little bit too invincible in this movie.
Oh, really?
I thought so. I've seen some reviews that bring it up, and I agree with them.
Okay.
He seems too perfect. Almost.
Maybe. I could see that. I don't think so, but...
Honestly, everything surrounding T'Challa is really cool.
Oh,
Except the actual character.
No, I love the character, actually. I think
he's
really cool.
well casted. He is T'Challa.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I want Marvel to dive into his character in the second one.
Yep.
Which there will be.
Okay, but all the stuff in the afterlife I thought was really interesting.
You mean the ancestral realm?
Yes.
Yeah, I really liked how T'Challa's ancestral realm was the plains, and then
for Killmonger's it's the apartment. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course and I was thinking about this during the movie. This brings up ideas of, is this, you know, another dimension, or is this more of a self-discovery thing, you know?
I think it's self-discovery.
So, yeah, no, I was thinking about that. And I feel like they could go either way, where it's like, you know, the ancestral, you know, spiritual dimension is like an actual another dimension, and you can go in there and talk to anybody, you know?
It could be that, too.
Or,
like with the death.
It could be, you know, more of a, this is just talking to yourself. Finding the answers within yourself.
Yeah,
I feel like they leave it open enough that it could be either.
I like the latter more.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you imagine if it's like Cap goes to Wakanda and he's like, I want to use your spiritual chamber and I'm going to go talk to Red Skull to see how we can make sure that, you know, this doesn't happen again. Like, goes in there and he sees like all these Nazis or something. Like, it'd be so stupid.
But no, it's like but no, only royal blood can take the heart-shaped herb.
Oh yeah, I guess you do need the heart-shaped herb. It's not just the sand on top. You're right.
No, I think in the MCU anyone can take it, but in the comics it was only royal blood.
Okay, sure.
I hope they dive into. Like, I really want them to go deeper into the lore. With
Yeah,
Black Panther's a
it's
really
only
cool
it's
comic.
only the first movie.
Yeah,
so there's a lot they're gonna do.
I just can't wait until.
I just hope Black Panther 2 is Black Panther versus the KKK, which is a real comic thread.
People want Namor.
Oh, that would... You mean Namor?
Namor, sorry.
There you go. That would be good, because that's very much similar, but different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think we should start wrapping up.
We should.
I don't think we'll get to watching our movie today. It's 9 o'clock.
I mean, if you want to stay up late.
No. Dude, I'm in bed by now, usually, so...
Oh.
All right, thank you for listening to our extended Marvel cast. It's only 3 hours, whatever.
Longest episode yet, as I predicted.
Yes. We will be watching, more of these movies as we go on.
Once we get through phase 2.
Once we get through phase 2, we'll do another.
Ant-Man, not Avengers.
Yes.
You gotta remember that.
Hey, why would I leave out one of the best Marvel movies?
Fair.
That's not even sarcasm. So, yes, we'll be
back in like 6 weeks.
Well,
in terms of talking
in terms of Marvel,
yeah,
we still have other stuff to talk about. So, yes, thank you all for watching, listening. Some people watch, some people listen.
How do you watch voices?
This is on YouTube.
So, do you think someone is going to watch?
I don't
this
know.
Entire 3 hour.
How do they not know? I
put
put one random picture in one point.
Did you actually?
No.
Oh, okay.
But what if I did? I didn't. But what if I did? Okay, let's end this.
Okay.
Thank you all for watching, listening, whatever. And we'll see you next time for some more.
Monday?
Yeah,
because we're busy Sunday. I'm busy Sunday.
Okay, well, we'll try and work. Yes, right. Yep. Well, whatever. Yeah. It's the schedule is going to be
we don't have a big enough audience that we're like
a little wonky, and it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. So, yeah, we'll see you later, guys.
Bye.
Ciao.